Joe Rogan, I'm calling you out. I challenge you to fight on the 4th of July.
Does he have a beard?
Me and
always
you.
revert back to this.
Some
This
holds barred. That means no smiling. I'm gonna fight you, Joe Rogan.
I have a death
and everyone wants to see it. Me and you, 4th of July, it's over.
Tell Randy I just got my black belt. I'm not fucking around.
No smiling, Joe. That's my rule. Yeah, ground and pound or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not fucking around.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
Want to get crazy, Randy? Yeah. You son of a bitch.
Hey, this is Redban coming to you live from the Ice House Comedy Club here in Pasadena, California, where once, sometimes twice a week, we put on a live comedy show in one room, and in the other room we do this, a green room show. And Joe Rogan's blowing pot in my face, and I'm trying to do
allegedly
tobacco.
He's allegedly blowing it.
And if you want to come see a live show, go to Icehouse's website, icehousecomedy.com, and search for Death Squad. And we are joined by my co-host. I love it when Joe's here, and we needed him last week, Joe Rogan.
I heard last week something got crazy.
I left before it happened. What happened?
Doug Benson blew a fuse.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Was he cranky?
I don't know. Is there a cranky Doug Benson?
Probably.
Occasionally. He comes out.
Davey was the only one that was here, I think.
In his defense, he had a flight canceled, and he missed like a whole weekend of shows because of it, so he probably had...
Well, that definitely does suck, but he is a fucking professional comedian and one of the best in the country and a draw everywhere he goes and living the life. And probably, I don't know about his dating life. He's probably fucking way over his head. So I think he should be happy as fuck.
I think the biggest thing was that he...
Doug Benson plays colleges.
I think... I think
he do awesome.
He just didn't like how the Ice House was
so
run.
Lucky.
Yeah. He didn't like how the Ice House was being run, how the Ice House is usually a loose format. There's really no format. By the way, we're joined by Ari Shaffir, Davey Johnson.
How's it going?
Sarah Tiani.
Hello.
Tiana,
you dirty bitch. How dare you?
Tony Hinchcliffe, and the brand new to Death Squad, Maria Shehata, the first person that's ever seen me do comedy on my first night.
Yeah.
And I've known her longer than I've known any of you guys.
Maria, did you lose weight?
Welcome.
Yeah, I lost a lot of weight.
You did, right?
Why is that?
Did you know her? Did you know her from back in the day?
No, I know when she lost weight. I'm noticing.
Sorry.
Good job.
But no, you really thought I was fat. I thought you were kidding.
People always ask me
you did lose weight, right?
I mean,
Ari, that's not a thing that girls like to talk about.
When they lose weight, it is.
You're
making her feel uncomfortable.
And I feel like people just remember me as being fatter than I really am.
But you trust your memory too much, man. You smoke so much weed, you might totally have the wrong person.
No, I know my feelings about people.
see,
You do?
like, no, you were fat. Now you're not.
Ari,
You
did
lost
you
weight.
change your hair?
fatter, and now you're less.
Thank
you're
you.
not fat.
We'll go with
Wow.
yes then.
Ari, did you change your hair?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. You
I-
shouldn't
I like
have.
your that
Oh shit! No, you didn't.
Oh.
No, you didn't.
Oh.
It's alright. I changed it an hour ago. I brushed it to the side. I can change it back.
You used to be really
Like
fat,
like
right,
this.
Ari?
Oh yeah.
How much did you weigh?
225.
Whoa, no way.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you weigh now?
175.
Okay, so 50 pounds. That's significant.
That's a lot.
Did I know you when you were that fat?
Yeah.
Why would you?
No, you knew me probably 215.
Oh.
Probably a different time I got
Did you
fat.
lose it all in facial hair?
Just
Yeah, Ari-
money fall out of
Just
your
say
jean
the
pockets.
Ari's just taking the full-on hipster approach
Yeah.
to the mustache and the new look.
do what
You're
I
just an
want.
animal. You're just going crazy, doing whatever you want.
You look like a
You can't just go down to nothing
tipster.
without fucking around for a few days.
Why not, man?
It
You're a
just-
character in a Napoleon Dynamite film at this point.
The tipster
We gotta finish
look.
it. My father was a Holocaust survivor. Taught
Holla.
me to never waste.
Never waste weed. Holla.
Your father was not a Holocaust survivor.
Yes, he is.
He would if you made him eat hash.
He is. He totally is.
Everybody hollers.
How
if you
old
make
is
him
your
eat
father?
hash.
In his late 70s.
He is.
I'm trying to do the math.
But
right
you
now.
really
He's a
think he
jeweler.
wasn't?
Yeah.
Yeah, she thought it was a joke, which is fine. That sounds right.
Some people,
Sounds
though,
like-
Yeah, I mean, it does sound like
some people
Yeah.
could use that as an excuse to blow up on you. My father was a Holocaust survivor.
Did he have tattoos?
No, he was in a ghetto with his mom. His father had gotten taken to was liberated from a concentration camp.
Yeah. Is that why Jewish people can't get tattoos? Is because they had the ultimate one, or
No.
why is it then? Why is it?
Hey, look,
It's an honest question.
it's a total legitimate question.
It's a legitimate question.
Here's the reason, because God said, "Do not mark your body in strange ways."
Okay.
That's in the Torah.
Which is hilarious is when dudes have
Also, you can't get bowl cuts.
They have biblical tattoos. Like you're not
Right.
supposed. You're not supposed to tattoo yourself, let alone with biblical shit.
That's my next tattoo. I figured out it's going to be in, like, you know those English letters that look like they're Hebrew?
Uh-huh.
It's going to say, "Bury me in a Jewish cemetery."
What are the rights?
Last request.
That's funny. What are the rights as far as like writing the Bible? Does somebody own the Bible? Could you write your own copy of the Bible? Just copy
People
it.
do all the time, right? Isn't that what the Mormons did?
Thomas Jefferson did
Well,
his.
no, they changed it. They changed it.
They changed it. The guy, he
the
looked-
Mormon, like the Joseph, what Joseph Smith did, like, you know, there's a lot of, there's a big variation. It's not just like regular Christianity.
But he saw he found it in the ground from plates, and he had to have magic glasses, which happened to be
3D.
closed.
Isn't that why?
No, it was also
He didn't give back his glasses.
that
Oh,
helped
really?
him translate
Glasses
or something.
too. We probably made up a lot of shit.
Doesn't it
That's
fall under
what-
that rule because it's so old that you're allowed to do it, and that's why they keep on changing it?
No, because no one has the rights
book?
to it.
Oh, yeah.
It's God wrote it, or the 4 people that wrote it.
It seems like anybody should be able to write that down and sell it.
Yeah, and then
Like,
King
I think they
James
can.
King
Really?
James
Yeah. You
think
changed
so?
it
Yeah,
quite
So
a
you
bit.
could make the Ari
Let's not forget
Shaffir
that.
Bible
Yeah, you
as
just
long as you didn't add anything
LeBron?
to it.
Yeah.
You could add whatever you want to it.
Really?
That's out there for anybody. I'm
Yeah.
almost,
So
I'm
you
almost
could-
positive.
You
Yes.
could literally start your own religion.
People do that. Yeah, that's
People
what
do that all
cults
the time.
are.
Oh yeah. But
Thomas
yeah.
Jefferson-
Scientology.
Thomas Jefferson wrote his own version of the Bible where he took out all
what's
the
that?
miracles called the teachings of Jesus Christ or something like that.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
King
So
James
he-
rewrote it and took all the women out.
Thomas Jefferson? did
Thomas
that?
Jefferson did that. He
King
took out-
James took all the women out? Really?
He did change a lot of she's to he's and hers.
Oh
to he's.
my,
That's
that's
a big-
son of a bitch.
That's not proven.
Huh.
We called it the
That's what
moral.
girls just talk
Something
about.
you learn in women's
Well, when they
way.
take Mary out, when they took the writings of Jesus' wife out, then that was like a whole thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
They
and
took her
then
gospel out?
and then they also, and then also like once priests stopped being able to marry because that was never in there. They just that's still not in the Bible actually. But then like
So it's
new
no meat on
traditions
Fridays,
get-
right?
Huh?
So it's no meat on Fridays?
Yeah, I don't know. There's this actually great book that this guy wrote called The Year of Living Biblically, where he like goes and he lives exactly like you're supposed to, does everything word for word for like a whole year.
Wow.
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
What does he do with gay people?
What
Tolerates
does he do?
them as a
I don't
sinner.
think. I don't
mean,
think
needs
since
to
they're
be
not really
helped.
mentioned in there as a rule, like as
Yeah.
because
Well,
he's talking about
isn't
rules
Old
that have
Testament?
consequences.
Old
Yeah, because on
Testament,
the
like-
same page actually where they mention a man shall not lie with another
Yeah.
man is also the scripture where it says you can't wear clothing mixed of mixed fibers.
Right.
Like you can't wear cotton and jean, like
Right.
silk or whatever.
Yeah.
Thank you. And so he does that. He has to have someone come and
Linen.
inspect his
Cotton and linen.
clothing.
He
Woolen-
talked about.
woolen and linen.
He talked about
Any two fabrics.
stoning adulterers. I read the same book. He talked about he carried pebbles around so that if he met an adulterer, he'd just kind of lightly toss a pebble
Yeah.
at their back so
What?
that
He
had to have a
technically have stoned the adulterer. Yeah.
Hmm? Yeah, he had to have a goat and
Wait,
then, like,
really?
Yeah, like all this. He had to carry a staff.
Yeah.
Oh
It's the
Yeah.
same. It's this writer from Vanity Fair or something.
from,
he writes for
Not it starts with an E. The men's magazine.
Esquire.
Yeah,
He, but he does these like big year-long experiments and writes about them. One year he read all of the Encyclopedia Britannica front to
Cover to cover.
yeah, front to back. And what's his new one? He's doing some other insane one right now where he's taken a year to like he's like a really smart Morgan
Yeah.
Spurlock, like
Yeah.
someone who's thought out exactly what the consequences will be and has a very intelligent way of putting things. And he's hilarious too.
Yeah, and it's pretty.
What's his
funny.
name?
I
It's
wish
starts
it-
with a J.
It's like Joseph
Abramson
or
or
something
Jeremy
like
or
that.
something. Yeah.
Abrams? No.
It's like a biblical.
I
He
should
actually
know.
has a biblical
That's
name.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds tough to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made my sister, my family's very religious. I made my sister give me that book for Christmas because under the guise that, oh, this is a nice Christian book, but I was like, it's kind of
should actually
examining.
read it.
Yeah.
When I was actually in Bahrain a couple of weeks ago, and we went to this place, the Grand Mosque there, and it was my first tour of an actual mosque or whatever, and it was like the most interesting experience because, I have a lot of questions about religion. I don't believe in organized religion, but like I just don't believe in giving money to them.
Yeah.
So like it was really an amazing experience because the Quran is actually the only text that's never changed over since it's whenever
Really?
someone wrote
Since
it. Yeah. So it's never changed even in the translations and stuff like that. So like we just talked about that and like how they don't have any imagery inside the mosque, because they never want people to associate God with a picture or an animal.
Yeah.
And then my friend is like super Catholic and was like, why do they
so suppressive.
Yeah, why do they mention Mary in the Bible if they don't believe that Jesus in the Quran if they don't believe that Jesus is the Son of God? And it was really, her answer was so incredibly. She was like, because God made Adam from nothing, he made Eve from Adam and Jesus from Mary. So he's able to do all three things. He's able to make man from nothing, woman from man, and man from woman. And so Mary is the contractor basically. Yeah. And so she's important because she was one of the figures that God used.
He can't make
So it's not that Jesus is important, it's that Mary is. It's kind of interesting.
He can't
right?
make women from nothing because they're so damned complicated.
Yeah, it was really interesting.
The fact that it was a spoken word ththing for 1,000 years.
Yeah, exactly, right.
Before it was ever written down, it's so hard to. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, but when you think about it, that was their only way of real communication
incredible.
And storytelling, like Ovid and like retelling.
Yeah.
Like I've read the Iliad, like that's I cannot memorize a paragraph in
today's
that.
actors are total bullshit compared to what they had to do back then.
Well, what's really crazy is when they find things like the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Yeah, right.
Like the oldest version of the Bible. It's all
You're like,
kinds
ooh, we
of
got that
new
wrong.
wackiness.
Wait, hold it. So they're supposed to pass it down generation to generation just by word.
Yeah. Well,
just
that's
by memory.
the whole essence
and
of it all.
And it was word for word.
Yeah.
They was never changed.
Well, I mean, you can't say that, but since it's been
it definitely was
put
changed.
of course, yeah.
But I mean,
like many times.
Maybe I'll leave out
It
Eric.
couldn't even go out of the room once without changing.
Telephone. It's just
There's literally no way that would happen. Unless it was a miracle every single time.
Game of telephone. Yeah, but that is supposedly the miracle of God,
Well,
right?
the thing was that God is such a badass that everybody minded their P's and Q's and only wrote the real shit that God said.
But they didn't even write it.
For 1,000 years.
They just told it to each other.
They used to put people on crucifixes.
Oh my God, they were so
and whip
mean.
them. So I'm sure they were all law-abiding storytellers. Imagine.
And
We're just
again-
gonna nail this guy up there. By the way, I didn't lie about that story. I totally kept Eric in.
And crazy Jesus people, we're not saying that God's not real.
Yeah, no, not at all. No.
But it was definitely changed over the years. That story.
Just saying
Yeah,
that it had to have been altered. There's no way for 1,000
Humans
years
can't-
people could repeat the stories and get them correct. Impossible.
Yeah.
So
We could
then
try a
it's just-
game of telephone Bible right now.
That'd be great if
Just that alone should really end the argument, though.
Yeah,
right?
there's no way they could do that. I just realized it.
there was this one guy Yehuda. He'd always rush to the action parts.
But when
you get to the exciting parts, he always this, and then.
But when you really like stop and think, what were they trying to talk about? I mean, what was the resurrection? I mean, who was Jesus? I mean, was that a real dude? What the fuck were they really telling us about?
It was a real dude. It was.
You think so?
Oh yeah,
For
I think
sure?
so. I
They said
think
they're, like,
absolutely.
historical.
Have you ever watched the documentary The God Who Wasn't There?
I have not seen that.
I'm an idiot.
I feel like is
first
that
of
the
all.
one? Were you talking about the one where they talk about Santa Claus and Hercules being like all the other?
Yes.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I have zero knowledge of whether or not this guy's correct, but it's a compelling documentary that shows that the idea is just a borrowed idea, that it's been borrowed from a bunch of different cultures, and a bunch of different religions, and he makes a really clear, real good argument that the physical Jesus might not have ever existed. It was just an idea.
Well, I think that like people more people have acknowledged his existence. It's just whether or not he was the Son of God. And like we talked about that in the mosque too, and they said that we believe that Jesus was a prophet. We just believe that
Jews believe he
Muhammad was
there.
the last prophet, just the last one.
The Jews wrote about him in the Talmud.
Yeah.
They writes about him, and they suggest that that's not who he thinks he is.
But that movie that you're talking about is where they convene and like they talk about how actually like Christmas was born and the idea of all that and how everyone, descended on Constantinople and had that big meeting. And they're like, well, we have all these other figures like, Hercules. And if you look at the Jesus and Hercules, like they have the exact same path. Like they're always a superhero. They don't have a father figure. They, they can do magical things. And so they kind of took all these ideas of faith, like a lot of people believed in many gods, which is obviously where the Hercules thing came from. And so and then because of people were believing in Jesus and this group, and they were like, we can't have any more fighting. So here's the thing. From now on, this guy's the king. His birthday's this day. Chris, all that stuff happened. That's kind of how we got the holidays that we have. And like the image of Santa Claus is the same as like Hercules, like the one of the mighty gods, or like all this
it's just
stuff.
real similar.
Yeah, it's just all the similarities of like you don't know who they came from.
The modern image of Santa Claus comes from that "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" poem. That's where they first talked about his modern image.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like from 1850 something, maybe.
Well, there's
Yeah.
some really old stuff. I'd be surprised if that's true, because there's some really old stuff where they showed Santa Claus, and all the really old ones connect Santa Claus with elves and Amanita muscaria mushrooms, a psychedelic mushroom that's native to Siberia. Mm-hmm. It's native to Siberia, and it's eaten by the reindeer. And the reindeer they are voracious when it comes to these psychedelic mushrooms. They eat them like crazy. They're so crazy that when the shaman have like mushroom ceremonies and they eat all these mushrooms and have these psychedelic trips, when they step out to the snow to pee, the reindeer, caribou, will literally knock them over to get to the urine that has the scent of the Amanita muscaria in it.
Really?
Jeez.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, they're addicted to it. Well, it's a psychedelic mushroom. It's an amazing feeling. And
I've never done mushrooms.
They had images of Santa Claus in those things?
Yes, yeah. Well, the idea is that the Amanita muscaria mushroom was Santa Claus. That's what it is.
It's what Santa should bring us, for sure.
It is red and white, just like Santa Claus is red and white. And when you preserve it, you actually hang it from the chimney, just like the red and white socks. Like the red and white socks don't even make any sense. Like, why the fuck are your socks red and white? Well, there's a mushroom that's red and white, and if you eat it, you see Jesus. Right? I think they might be connected. And it's also, they have I think it's called a mycorrhizal relationship with coniferous trees, so they only grow under pine trees. So that's like our thing about Christmas trees, our pine trees. They have this relationship where
because
the mycelium, it's all based on the roots of these pine trees. So that's where these mushrooms live. So they literally are shiny packages. They're shiny, red and white. They're beautiful looking, and they show up under pine trees just like
Christmas gifts. You
not
just
only
made that whole thing
No, I
up.
did not. Not only that, to dry them out, people will pick them and place them on the branches of the tree to dry them out in the sun.
Like ornaments?
Yes, like
you
tree
are
ornaments.
joking.
I swear to God, I wish I was
red
joking.
and white and crazy all over it? That story. There's no way that's true.
I am telling you,
true.
these connections are irrefutable.
Well, I do believe that there are lots of connections to the reasons that we do most of the things.
If you look online, all the old pictures of Santa Claus, all the old pictures. First of all, he had elves. Okay,
yeah.
What's the surest way to elves? Mushrooms. Yeah. Mushrooms are the surest door to elves. You want to meet some elves, take some mushrooms and you'll fucking meet some elves. Yeah. So Santa Claus, this red and white dude, is hanging with elves.
Where did the sleigh come in?
Yeah, I told you the reindeer are addicted.
Somewhere.
He had reindeer that were addicted to the Amanita muscaria mushroom.
This has to be
it's
fake.
Not fake.
It's super fake.
I don't think it's fake, Brian.
That's one of the most ridiculous.
That was a really impressive story.
I've seen a lot of that stuff.
That really impressive.
I didn't see any story.
You didn't do enough.
But I am an elf.
But that's a really cool. Like, I'm gonna tell that story over and over again.
Maria's done mushrooms more than any of us.
This is absolutely not my story. This story is a story that I heard about it from a guy named Jack Harrer, who is a cannabis activist, and he was writing a book on it, but he had a stroke, and then he eventually died.
You can
recently.
Wikipedia
Very
this.
nice guy. It's really, really
I'm gonna come back next week and tell that story word for word and see if it holds up like that. Like
you're trying to just go.
There's actually like scholarly work behind it. There's a book called The Sacred Mushroom and the Cross. And it's written by a guy named John Marco Allegro, who is a scholar who deciphered the Dead Sea Scrolls for 14 years. And it was his conclusion after all of this, studying of the language, that what the Christian religion was really all about was the consumption of psychedelic mushrooms and fertility rituals.
I totally actually believe that part. Yeah, because
and that's Santa Claus, and then there's a mix Siberian shaman coming
It
down.
has nothing to do with the old German Santa Claus.
You know why
that's
they came
based
down
off
the
of.
chimney? Because after a while, like people were trying to stop people from doing it because it was causing unrest in the community, like most psychedelic experiences do. So they outlawed it. So the shaman used to have to sneak in through the chimney.
What
just
about
like Santa
Mrs. Claus?
She, you know, she
Motherfucker gotta have a wife.
She probably came later.
she's pretty guilty.
That's
She
DMT,
knew
bro.
what going
She was
down.
created
What
from
if the
Santa
North Pole
Claus's
comes?
rib.
They're all having
Santa
orgies.
Claus's rib.
Because it was Siberia. Wait, Sarah, did you say you've never done mushrooms?
No, I haven't.
Why?
I've never done mushrooms.
Well, can you order them on Sky Mall? Because that's really the only place I get anything.
Oh,
Your
that's
friends is-
awesome. Sky Mall. Powerful Sky Mall. I do
People
look
never
in the
look,
Sky
Tony.
Mall.
They never look.
I do look. I'm like, what do you got here? What do you got for me?
Oh,
what
it's
do you got?
fascinating.
Do I need a monkey in my yard?
Yeah, what else are you going to do for that 10
ceramic
minutes from when
monkey.
they tell you to turn off your cell phone and when you can turn it back on?
Yeah.
That's what Sky Mall is for. That's when all the damage to Sky Mall is done.
Yeah.
10 minutes between
nothing else to
takeoff
do.
when there's
Yeah.
nothing else to do.
A ceramic monkey.
Yeah.
When's the last time you got into a discussion with someone next to you? Just pleasant. Hi, how are you? What do you do? Interesting. Oh,
I'd
what's
much
that like?
rather order socks
Oh.
that look like I'm wearing ruby slippers.
I hate interaction on the plane, and I used to have this this way of getting people to not talk to me by taking the book Guns, Germs, and Steel onto the plane with me and opening it up to wherever I had left off on the last plane flight. And boat flight that I was on my car flight. And that usually worked, but recently I was on a plane and I took it out and I was on an aisle and then this big group of high school kids was getting on and I was like, well, this is exactly why I need this, is because I don't want to I don't want to have a conversation with someone who I could ruin somehow by being like, no, your life is going to suck based on this and this and this. And so I'm just going to keep this and shut up. And then this 16-year-old girl sat on the other side of the aisle and I just feel... After like 5 minutes, I feel like this kind of tap on my shoulder, and I was like, she'll need some. And I look over, and she was holding Guns, Germs, and Steel up, and she wanted to talk about it the whole flight. And I was like,
Wow.
now
Backfire.
I have to have this discussion with this overly intellectual 16-year-old.
Is this a humble brag? Are you trying to downplay your pimp game?
No, this is not.
I see what's up.
Was
I
it
see
in-
he's like totally trying to downplay.
This is upplaying my pimp game.
intellectual.
Were
pimp
you in
game.
exit
You and
row
Carrie
You
two?
can't go much further down
like
than zero on
Just
pimp
the
game.
right book.
Well, you know what it is. I'm
I
just
mean,
doing my thing.
so I'll
Just
be
talking about
talking to
Guns,
her.
Germs, and Steel with this bitch.
You're looking all pessimistic for the future of the race.
Have you guys see like those
Oh,
statues? Those statues
Yeah,
that
what,
Sky
no?
Mall sells, like they have like the zombie statue.
Yeah,
statue
yeah,
for your
yeah,
garden.
my God,
do, you
yeah.
do you see the old lady statue for your living room? That shit's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Shut
you
up.
just set her
You're
down
so
and makes
funny.
her.
You're such an idiot.
Douchebag.
On the
Could you
when I,
imagine if that was on the floor?
you know how when you go overseas, you get
Yeah.
to
would
you
be so
drink for free
creepy.
on a plane. You get to drink for free when you travel overseas.
Really?
Yeah.
And then also, if you're eight, it doesn't matter how old you are. If
You're a
you're
girl.
going, you can
International law.
at 18 or whatever. So on my plane flight, this last tour, there was this kid in the front of me. He had to be like 19. It was like a whole group of college kids going to Europe, I think, for the first time.
Yeah.
And the lady comes by with the drink cart, and he's like, "Yeah, can I get some shots?" He just started trying to order shots
Oh my
on the plane. I've never seen that ever. Can I get some shots?
Oh my
She was like,
God.
sir, it was Air France. So she's like, we didn't have shots.
It is kind of crazy that they
Whiskey.
allow
You can
people.
really allow minors to drink?
Yeah, they allow minors to drink.
Really?
It's-
Yeah, 18 and up.
Air miles.
They don't
Okay.
check your ID
In
basically.
the sky, anything goes.
Yeah.
But not like, no, it's not. It's
Yeah,
not
but
like,
it is
Pedophilia, too.
If you're going to a European country and they don't have a drinking
You
law,
go by
then
their
there are
rules.
laws.
You're taking such a big gamble that
You guys-
people
are you
aren't going to
ready?
get douchey when they get drunk.
Yeah, I know.
5 minutes.
But shots, I've never heard anybody.
The show's going to
order
start in
those.
5 minutes?
Yeah, I think it's sold out, so it's like
really?
packed.
Packed.
Powerful
I thought it already
last
started.
minute sold out. We
I thought people were already on stage.
Is it?
No.
Is it the?
Were you
the
hoping?
side room?
Were you hoping it was going well? You're like, I hope this is a smooth one.
I mean, I guess it's.
you don't give
whatever.
a fuck. Look at you. You just turned on me.
I did
You're
not.
like, no, what? Like,
I mean,
I'm like, I give
whatever.
a fuck.
It's just me being pimp,
I'm all out of
trying to
chaos
humble,
sauce.
Drag your
trying to
I'm
be
out
cool.
of chaos sauce,
Just
bitch.
trying to be cool right now in front of Joe.
So, Davey, is it true that Randy was too scared to come here tonight because of Joe Rogan being
I
No,
know where
Randy
he's
and I
at.
have agreed to hug it out.
You're gonna hug it out?
Yeah.
Boo! The fans don't want that.
They want to see conflict.
Smiling
if you
the whole
resolve
time.
the conflict, you're gonna lose
Unfortunately, I don't want to. Unfortunately, I don't want to project even a slight image of that out there because there's a lot of crazy people.
All these
Don't make it into awesome videos.
Fixate on wanting to choke me.
All these red hair kids with beards.
Oh.
I'd rather them not.
all these people with a death wish.
Yeah.
Homeless
They're just wearing
people,
little red and white Santa Claus outfits.
People just reach the end. They're just gonna go suicide by cop.
The Braun actor.
Attack you.
That's a
Yeah.
studly way to go.
I want your belt.
Take
That's
out.
a terrible way to go.
Have cops kill you.
Well, yeah, man. Then you put it on those cops. You can't take
True.
your own life, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, you're ruining
Yeah.
Cop's life. He has to take that home to his family, and then
Yeah, there should be like a
your
program.
family, you're ruining
He's
your
gotta
family's
eat
life.
so
There should be
many
a
more
program
donuts.
where you could just go in and be like, hey, I want to do suicide by cop. So
Yeah.
They tried
We're gonna
that
do
and
this
they
instead.
outlawed the doctor.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
those
yeah.
guys, most of them
They
just,
died.
they really probably need somebody in their life. They don't need a cop to shoot them, maybe. Maybe
Man.
some of them do.
I'm still getting over like all
Cool way
the
to go
like
out,
Junior
though.
Seau and everybody shooting themselves in the chest so their brain can be examined. Like that's so crazy.
That's such mental illness.
yeah, that's such like when you know it's happening. Oh.
What?
Oh my! I thought you guys were done to talk about my favorite movie, Top Gun.
Wow. Is there a way to shut this music off? Because I don't think that's legal.
Kenny Loggins.
We could get sued by Kenny Loggins.
Hey, everybody.
Randy, I've decided you're too fearsome a competitor, and I don't wish to get injured, so I'm gonna bow out of our altercation.
Are you serious?
And I'd like to hug it out if that's possible.
Can I return this outfit?
Yeah, I bet you can. You know, I wouldn't return it if I was you. I would put it on eBay. This is the outfit that I was wearing when Joe Rogan bitched out to me.
You'd both have to
You
sign
can get
it.
like some money
Yeah,
for that.
you guys should
I'll
sign it. Yeah,
you
you
could
sign
probably make some money off
Really?
that.
I spent $150 on it.
Well, we can get that back.
Yeah, I can get that back.
Yeah, we'll start it off at it must be more than 150.
Must
We'll
sell.
start the
Good,
bid.
yeah.
Must sell one.
Do you have an eBay account?
I do. I have a bad rating.
Redban, you probably have a good rating, don't you?
Yeah, I sure do.
All right,
It's weird. There's a lot different talk than before you got in here when he was
Look at
calling
that.
you a
We just
bitch.
profited, son. You just made some money. Do you know how
think
much
so?
money you can make off that?
That was the most unusual bow out of a fight I've ever seen.
Really?
where you
You
start-
should sign the belt.
Really,
You
I'm
should
just
sign the
really-
belt and say, I have a black one.
Brian, that's because I'm
Just
high on
like that.
marijuana. And when I'm high on marijuana, I'm really not into hurting anybody.
It's his rosy
wait,
cheeks.
but am I
Oh,
gonna-
so this is conditional. You may later want to do it.
Yeah,
again.
what if I sell it and now I don't have a
No.
karate costume to fight you in?
Yeah.
No, we don't.
Oh, I bet he would do that.
He's gonna wear a bathrobe.
You're gonna write your name all over my karate costume, and then I'm not gonna have one.
He's gonna
And I'm gonna have to fight you in my underpants.
He's gonna wear a bathrobe to a gi fight.
Quite honestly, it's easier to fight someone who's wearing a bathrobe because there's more places to grab you.
Oh, really?
It's way easier.
Is that the official name of this? Is
Yes.
it bathrobe?
Joe,
Yes, it's a gi, actually.
A gi?
Have
Will you
some
shine-
respect, my friend.
will you
I'm
sign
sorry,
that
sorry.
belt and say, I've
Sure.
got a black one just like this?
Oh yeah, could you just color it black with Sharpie?
You could totally.
Sharpie
Means
That's
color
what
it
my
you do
plan
your own
was.
style, but it'll show a lot about your character.
Yeah, the guy.
There's shortcuts.
I'm not sure he
and then
cares
there's
about character.
Fucking putting marker on a white belt
Yeah.
turning to a
He
black belt.
He just called this a costume.
It is.
So I'm not sure he knows about character.
The guy. I said, "Does this fit?" And he said, "As long as you can move your arms." I said, "I won't need to do that." I said, "This is a costume." But he wouldn't sell me a black belt. That's for sure.
Yeah, I noticed the white belt on
I
the
bet
white
he
kid.
would. I
You think
think
he
they
would?
just sell them. Yeah, I think you can lie and say you're not. I mean, you can pretend you're a black belt. I'm pretty sure you can buy them online.
Yeah, what are you gonna prove it by choking out the guy?
Yeah, I mean,
Before you
you
buy-
I'm pretty sure
I don't think. Yeah, I
He's the
don't.
tester.
If you want to be a total faker,
What if I do
Well,
this?
well,
I've known fake black belts.
Fake
I
black
really
belts?
have. I knew one guy who it turned out like he got exposed and eventually became a murderer. He was
shit.
choked a
Jeez.
guy to death.
That's not good.
Yeah.
With,
Trying
get
to
his-
prove himself.
with his belt.
David Mamet.
What? He really
Yeah.
choked us?
Oh yeah, well we found out he was a con artist. He was a fake Brazilian. He wasn't like his name was like Ralph something, but he was telling everybody his name was Rafael Torre. Yeah,
jeez.
it's a really scary story.
And they choked someone to death?
Yeah, killed some guy. Yeah, yeah.
To show him?
What's that?
To show him that he was a black belt?
No, he killed some guy and he was banging the guy's wife or something. I know like third-hand information, but I think the story was that he was banging the guy's wife and there was like an insurance policy, so he choked the guy to death and the cops immediately suspected him. Duh.
Weird, that usually results in handshakes.
Driving around in the dead guy's car or something. I need to like really research it before I give an accurate reporting of what the fuck went down. But he was a fake black belt.
So that's a pretty good judge of character, someone who buys a black belt that isn't one.
Well, there used to be a lot of fake black belts. They used to be like super, super common. There would be fake martial arts schools, and you never really knew what was what. Because there were some guys who literally learned stuff from movies. Oh, man. And so they would learn things from movies, and they would make up some shit, and they would put some signs up about how they went to China and learned under Sifu, Quan Chan. Just completely make it up. Like Eddie Bravo, my buddy, he was taking Kung Fu, and his teachers like went on a trek to China, to learn from the masters. And while he was supposed to be in China, Eddie ran into him at the supermarket. And he realized eventually the dude was completely full of shit. He wasn't going to China. He was a fake karate guy. He was like making up karate and teaching people. And they thought he was like this deadly master who would travel all over the world and learn the best arts. Meanwhile, he's just making things up and watching videos and fucking, people are nuts.
It's like foot fist way or whatever. But aren't there degrees of belts too?
Yeah. It doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Do they give you?
It's all like, it's really subjective. It's like a black belt in jiu-jitsu is usually pretty legitimate because you have to spar with people. But black belts in karate, a lot of times the sparring is very unrealistic in some schools. Unless it's a really hardcore school, you got to take a chance of injuring each other, and people don't like to be injured. So it's not like people want to go work all day in the accounting office and then get head kicked, and then have to try to fucking figure out the rest of your day.
Head kicked.
No joke. I've seen a lot of that happen. Guys who are like law students and shit and trying to like double down and compete in Taekwondo tournaments, they'd get kicked in the face, and you're like, what are you doing, dude?
You have to go back to your straight job with a broken face.
Yeah, this ain't a world you can dip your toes in.
Speaking of jobs, I quit my job because I've been training, and it's just over, right?
Dude, I think we can
trust him, bro.
I think we can make money with this outfit.
You could pick a fight with Joe at once a week, and then we could sell an outfit once a week.
He's tricking you, Randy.
I am being tricked.
That's what those little guys do.
Once you get to 100 outfits, it gets syndicated.
I'm not that clever. I'm pretty straightforward.
Loki, man. Right there.
Show him the
Tricking you,
moves. He's
Randy.
been training. Randy's been training.
Did you see the Avengers? How fucking satisfying was it when the Hulk smashed that dude?
That was pretty nice.
That's pretty great.
As a dude,
that
as
was
a man.
That was one of the best parts.
Like, if you ever wanted to do that to somebody, that's what you would want to do to him.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I wanted to.
Puny God.
Brendan
How
Walsh is
awesome
here,
is the
everybody.
Hulk?
Yeah, Brendan Walsh.
Powerful Brendon Walsh.
So powerful.
Who?
I got
I heard-
ripped off by fucking movers today, man.
What?
Ripped
It
off.
took them 5 hours to do what me and a buddy could have done in 2 hours.
Do you have
Oh,
bed
really?
bugs at your place? Did you check it?
No, there's no.
So you moved out of that
They
place?
slow rolled you.
Yeah, they were just 2 lazy fucking Russian dudes, man. Speaking, I think. It was
That's where you went
Russian.
wrong. You always go Mexican.
Well,
What the
where
fuck?
I went wrong was I didn't even call movers till a few days ago, and every legitimate moving company's booked up like.
Oh yeah, because
a
it's
few days
end of
before
the month.
First,
Yeah.
yeah. So I got these guys, and it was like cheap on paper with a 3-hour minimum, and I'm like, dude, I got nothing. It's gonna take them an hour and a half, and 5 hours later, I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Whoa.
Did you actually say that to
should've gone
them?
to Home
Yeah.
Depot.
You got confrontational?
Wow.
No, I didn't get sued
Did you
because
stand
it's
up?
like
Should've
I just
called me,
fucking
bro.
want this
Knuckles
over
curled?
with.
Knuckles
No,
curled?
no,
or
no. It didn't get like.
Yeah,
we're
why didn't
just
you
like,
call
what
Randy?
The fuck is taking
What do you
so
think?
long?
You
Yeah.
think you would
What
have
else does
felt?
he have to do?
Do you think you would have felt more confident had Randy been stretching up and doing kata in the background?
Yeah, probably.
Those are probably the same guys that sold me this costume. They ripped the shit out
Listen,
of me.
that's-
Well, yeah. What do you do when guys just aren't working?
They just fucking took forever with everything, and it's like the only reason I
hard.
hired you was to move the fucking fridge and my heavy ass speakers and my bed and a table.
How is that possible then?
What about your emotions?
You
well, they
got
started
screwed.
fucking
The other
just like
stuff, too.
wrapping everything else up, you know.
What about your emotions?
They were like
Did they move your
overpacking.
emotions?
I moved a fucking block away. Too.
Oh my god.
Do you like your new place?
If it took 5 hours to move your shit a block away for
They
real,
used the bus.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
started at
lock it over there?
Should've gone to
4:30,
Home Depot,
done
man.
at 9:30.
you got to live your life out of the shit that you can keep in a hotel room if you're staying there for a weekend. That's all you
Dude,
get.
that's about what I got. I don't have shit.
That's all you need. That and the laundromat. That's all you need. God damn it. Stop it.
Well, whatever. It wasn't that. It was like $300, but it was supposed to be
I should go in
180.
your house. It's fucking empty. cut the shit.
You don't even have laundry. So crazy.
Hey, big shout out to Brie Olson for watching us right now. She says we're all fucking funny.
Oh, thank you.
Powerful
She
Brie Olson.
knows fucking.
Yeah, she knows. If she says we're fucking funny, that means.
Did you guys ever? Were you guys ever addicted to her before the Charlie Sheen shit, where she just was the best Twitterer, dirtiest Twitterer
She's
ever?
without a doubt like the most shocking porn star girl tweeter.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say the most that I've read. I've met some pretty
She's
creative
legit.
ones. She's hilarious. She says hilarious shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
some of them are really fucking funny. They're so bold.
I invited her to come tonight if she's listening.
Oh yeah, come down.
In what sense?
Powerful Brian.
And
yeah, very, very attractive young lady.
Davey. Fatality.
Powerful Brendon Walsh.
Brendon Walsh is now
son of a bitch, Brendan. Tell me what happened
Brandy, I'm
between
disappointed
you
this fight's not going
and
on.
Doug Benson.
Tell me about it, man.
You know, I don't know. We haven't talked about it since it went down.
Did Brendan Walsh feel like Brendan Walsh was disrespected?
No, it was just like, you know what? Here, I don't know if I told Randy or Davey, but I was telling somebody about this. Like, as a guy growing up, like as a kid, people just fucking yelled at me all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And so when somebody yells at me now, like I just go to this fucking place of just like, I kind of shut down and I'm just like, somebody fucking, well, and I was drunk that night, so you feel vulnerable when you're drunk.
Yeah, but this is what bothered me about hearing about it, because I've been around you when you're drunk, and you're a fun drunk.
Yeah, I'm a gregarious drunk.
Yeah, you're great. I mean, it's a friendly, fun drunk. I've never seen you like be weird or I mean, why would he care? I just don't.
He was riding you. Right away, he was riding you.
Yeah, he really got
That's all I
on me,
noticed.
and that made me feel insecure. And I haven't watched the video of it yet. So I
Doug's
didn't
a great
see how
guy. I could only assume he must have been super stressed out because of missing those
Those
flights. And just got out of his head.
He had some shit
That's
going
not
on,
him.
yeah.
That's not him, man. He went into that in an elevated state for sure. Doug is a really nice guy. I when Brian told it to me, what did I say? What did I say when you told me?
It's the exact same thing I said. Was like that does not seem like Doug at all.
Yeah, I was like, that's crazy. He's the nicest guy. Doug is so nice.
Yeah. No,
it was a weird night.
We
all thought
together.
it was a weird night altogether, though.
Well, you got to give a guy a fucking mulligan. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, we'll be in Vegas next week.
Are you asking Ari because he looks like a golfer?
I went way out on a limb there, by the way. I've never fucking played golf in my life.
Just bring up a mulligan.
We'll be hanging out with Doug next weekend in Vegas for UFC. I think he's coming to the UFC.
Yeah,
trying to come to the UFC.
Yeah.
I think I'm going.
Costume, Randy.
Are you going to be in Denver in August for
Yes.
UFC? I think I'm going to be there with Doug then. Too.
Are you really?
Yeah.
You going to be there with Doug doing what? A Sunday night show?
Yeah,
Is
we're
that what
doing
it
some
is?
kind of show there. And
Why don't you come and do Friday too? You
Okay.
wanna do that?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
cool.
let's do
All
it.
right, let's do it.
It's on the
It's really
books.
fun. Boom. It's done.
Boom.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah. It's
Friday night, August sometime.
Maybe me and Benson could be the undercard.
We'll
we got
walk
some-
away.
Yeah, wait till it's sold out, then invite Doug.
Yeah, we got a gig coming up in August, like August 31st. There's like a September 1st UFC and August 31st where it looks like we're going to do the MGM. We're going to do somewhere at the MGM, like the same place where they do the weigh-ins. We're trying to...
The Wayans
The Wayans Brothers show, yeah.
No, the Wayans.
That's what I thought he said.
So pretty small place.
Music.
Pretty small place.
It's great in Vegas.
Dude, Damon Wayans. Someone was asking me this about Damon Wayans on Twitter. Damon Wayans, for real, is like one of the most underrated comedians of all time. Have you guys ever seen Damon Wayans like really kill?
I saw him a long time ago at the store.
He hosted my premium blend.
Oh yeah.
I've seen that
7
guy
years ago.
go on some sets at the store one night where I really liked his HBO special, but I've seen some late night sets from that dude where he was just as good as any comic I've ever seen, as good as Chappelle, as good. I mean, Damon Wayans in his prime, in prime form, he's capable of being like one of the best comics ever. I think he's like so underrated, man.
Who?
Damon Wayans.
Yeah. He would do this thing. I remember when I was working the booth. He was
So looking at his Twitter the whole time.
You guys
I met him
weren't
and
talking
Chappelle.
to me.
I was looking at my dates. He did this thing where he'd say, "I'm gonna suck for the first 5 minutes. Like, I'm gonna go try to bomb to like lose this mystique, so I can work on these jokes." And he would do corny, stupid fucking jokes,
On
and
purpose
slowly
to
lose the
bomb.
crowd. And then he was like, "All right, now here's what." Like, then he would just go into it.
I heard he set up a comedy club in his house. Somebody told me he put a stage in his house.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard he once fought 3 men.
Practice or?
I don't know if it's true, but I was listen, man. I was a big Damon Wayans fan when I moved out here. I thought, he's a fascinating guy to me. I think he's a really funny comic.
Was it at the height of In Living Color when you moved out?
Yeah, In Living Color was
Like
definitely
early
on the
90s?
air. Yeah, so it was kind of like weird seeing him. He was a huge star.
Yeah.
I heard crazy stories about like how tough and mean they were to all the other actors on In Living Color when they were like first, starting like.
They treated them all like they were brothers.
Well,
they were used to dealing with people like brothers, where you could just go to like a harsh level.
Yeah,
right away.
well,
You mean black people?
No,
Yeah,
like
dude.
the Wayans brothers.
Chill
like the
it.
Wayans brothers.
Jamie Foxx said that they like.
Wait,
would
they're
sit
actually
around.
related? I just because they're black. They called them the Wayans brothers.
No, they are related.
They're brothers.
Yeah, they're all.
Oh my lord.
He said you never got to laugh all week long. They wouldn't laugh at any of your jokes when you were like practicing, rehearsing for the show. And so like whenever they would go live for the show and they were taping it and the audience started laughing, like you ended up milking every joke because you were so excited about laughter. You hadn't heard it all week. And even if you were done with your sketches, the Wayans brothers wouldn't let you leave. Like they just make you stay there all day and wait for
Did you
everyone
work
to
with
leave.
them?
No, I didn't. I worked with
you just
on
hear
Jamie
this?
Foxx's show, and Jamie Foxx was telling me tons of stories about it. Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Django himself.
He said it was in-
what was that about? Like, what was that's how they ran the show?
That's just how they were just tough. Like they just demanded everything to always be funnier, and everybody had to work to make every sketch funny. It wasn't
that's
just a
good.
team of writers; it was
Yeah.
all the actors. Everybody.
That show was
sat
the
around.
biggest show.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all anyone talked about the next day.
Yeah, it was funny as
Yeah,
shit.
it was a great.
show was a
Men on was
monster.
like one of the greatest.
We would just
sketches.
come into school waiting to be like, "Did you see it? Let's talk. Let's do
Farmers
this."
Revolt.
And Keenan Ivory Wayans had a good fucking talk show. He was
Really?
good. He's good as
Yeah.
a late night talk show guy.
Fuck it, I'm
I
gonna
will
get
never
you, sucker.
understand
Yeah, that was
how
really good.
that's
really
awesome.
good.
the ratings work on late night talk shows. Because like when Dennis Miller had his show, or when Jon Stewart, remember when Jon Stewart had that late night show?
MTV.
I went to it once.
I was like, well, this is a great show. For sure, it's going to be around. It was like one of those things. Like, there's
Yeah.
no way Jon Stewart's a great talk show host. For sure, they'll keep this around. Like,
Yeah.
how the fuck do they decide who's watching what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's especially nowadays.
Crazy.
Like I was talking to Eric Andre, who's got a show on Adult Swim now.
It's a weird, funny
I was
show.
like,
Yeah.
how? But here's one thing he told me. Yeah, it's a funny show, and the ratings are like, they're fine for Adult Swim. Like they
Right.
only, get like the highest rated show probably has 300,000 viewers or something.
Right.
Yeah.
But he was saying that they still go by like Nielsen ratings, and they don't include fucking like college dorms and
DVRs.
shit, which is
Right.
and DVRs, and that's where 99% of the people fucking watch
Brendan
it
Zisi
are.
told me they count those things like a week later.
Oh, that's right. He said DVRs are
Yeah.
a week later, but colleges don't count
So
for
like
some reason.
So like The Office will always be like further down in the ratings, but then when they count the next week after the ratings have already come out, nobody cares anymore. Then that's
Yeah.
like number one.
Yeah.
On
Really?
like DVRs.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That much difference?
Yeah, it's like because that people, I don't know, smarter people.
Really? Up
What
to
shows
number
do you
one?
watch
So
live?
I think
bizarre.
so.
But
I think it's
TV
the most
isn't for
recorded show.
entertainment anymore. It's for profit, for
Wow.
advertisers,
Yeah.
and that's why Byron Allen's like scenario is so smart.
So
it's like
Because
the
nobody
greatest
records
way-
his shows.
No, but he.
No, it's
my friend's
because
kids
he's got talent.
My friend's kids are on his like TV show, and he ordered 120 episodes
Yeah.
of his own show.
Here's
Literally, they're like, dude, it's crazy. Here's what.
I think powerful Shaffir. You about?
I
to
love
go?
the
Wow.
new look, Ari. I'm
Are
sure
you
it's
leaving
been-
here and then you're gonna do a set somewhere else as well?
Store away later, but
This
Chappelle's
is-
been going on.
sorry,
so I'm gonna call them.
Shaffir.
I'm gonna come back and
3
talk
hours
for a while.
later.
Oh, he's been
Sorry,
going on
Shaffir,
the store.
that's
You
the-
just leaked the word, man. Now the store's gonna be flooded. Do you understand what
If you want to go be
just done?
disappointed, go down and watch somebody meander for an hour
shit.
and 45 minutes.
Oh shit! Sacrilege! Did
you heard
hear
it
what he
here,
said?
here.
Who's he talking
Folks.
about?
It's
Who'd
so
you say?
disappointing.
Tell me what happened.
So
Who are you
disappointing.
talking about?
Tell me what happened.
Hell, it's been
Oh.
like 2 years. He doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I know.
So
He just did a
fucking
show
annoying.
in Austin that apparently went off the rails.
Son of a-
Like he announced it like 2 days before, sold out a 1,600 seat theater, and I don't know. I just read a couple articles. I didn't talk to anybody that was there, but it wasn't. People were leaving.
It's like a batter in his prime deciding to bat left-handed for a while.
Maybe it's just a scene in the movie before he gets his shit back together again, and he comes
Hopefully.
back Rocky style and reclaims his throne as the greatest comedian ever.
Dun, dun,
And then it would be like a real happy ending.
Everybody wants to see that.
Maybe
Dun,
Dave
dun, dun.
hears this podcast, looks at himself in the mirror, splashes some cold water in his face, and go, you know what? fuck it, it's time to pull this ship around.
Probably.
Maybe he quotes Leonard Skinner.
What if he changed his name to Santa Claus? He just delivers shit to us at Christmas.
Take another whiskey and turn the battleship around.
That does have to be challenging, though. Like when you walk on stage at a theater and 10 people are like, "I'm Rick James, bitch."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he gets quiet.
Listen, man.
Every 10 minutes, he's like brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
And then just back to...
Joe, did you ever have a
Smoking.
catchphrase in anything that you've been on that people yell at you?
No, thank God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, fear's not
Eat
a
those
factor.
bugs.
Yeah.
Fear's not a factor for you.
Yeah.
That's true.
I smoke rocks, Joe Rogan. That's,
that
that's
too.
the one you've had most.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's from the Chappelle Show. Yeah, Rich Franklin actually did it. Hey, Joe Rogan. He like scratched his neck.
Really?
Yeah, but it's not like my catchphrase. You know? It's a catchphrase from that show. That was a fun fucking show. That was when he was at his best. They just left him alone. Go up there and make them laugh, Shaffir.
Do it, Shaffir.
Like you know how to do, son.
Yeah, man.
Have faith in your new material. Good luck and Godspeed with that fucking haircut.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, boy, does he look silly today,
His
right?
facial hair.
You don't even have to talk.
Hey, wait a minute. But you're okay.
You're
Whatever.
in costume.
Hey, Brendon, can I pitch you a show?
Yeah, go for it.
It's for you to be in called Gregorian Monk Gregarious Drunk. Starring Brendon Walsh as the Gregarious Gregorian Drunk
AKA suck it, bitch. That's the second part of the title.
I really wish you
And I
and
didn't-
Randy did like the face-to-face thing. By the way, like
Yeah.
that would have been awesome. Just get Buffer involved.
I'm not into putting that image out there.
Sorry, I missed it.
Joe doesn't want to get any picture with me.
I'm already connected too much to this animalistic environment of cage fighting. I don't want to put me in anybody's sights.
I wish I saw that when you came in here with.
It was wonderful.
It was pretty
I
uneventful.
just
Play the
tapped out.
music. It was and you played Top Gun, which is my favorite movie of all time.
We've covered.
That's
that
the saddest thing I've heard in
It's
hours.
the greatest movie of all. Hey, Joe, the plaque for the alternates is in the ladies' room.
Do you guys have a smell like when you get a little sweat to you? You have like a scent that it reminds me of your father. When your father sweat, you used to smell your father had like a weird scent.
Are you
to
trying to
You
do
wanna
here?
hear?
Don't
No, I
do
mean,
it.
if I smell myself right now, it doesn't smell bad. It doesn't smell like BO, but it has like a smell
Slider.
that
It's your
reminds me
family
of
smell?
mine. Like my dad had that smell.
Are we offline or something?
No, we're online.
Oh, there it goes.
No.
How dare you use
Have we had a
stream?
waiter?
Always
come in
look at
here
that.
yet?
That's our online.
Oh, okay,
There we
beautiful.
I don't know if I've ever told anyone that there's
I
a
never
monitor over
even
there.
Look at that monitor. I just look at Linda Blair. It's such a disturbing
tiny.
doll
Yeah.
that you have there. It
Sinister
stops-
props.
And I keep looking at that lady, and I'm
Where-
like, oh, her pedicures.
That lady, that's Pam Anderson. Show respect.
Brian, where can somebody get one of these?
Sinisterprops.com, but it's only one guy, and he doesn't he only had like a small website, and he just got laid off. He's been doing like movie makeup for like I forget how many years, like 10, 15 years, his whole life, and he just got laid off, and so now he's just for like what used to be his hobby is just sitting around making these awesome dolls. Now that's I guess what he's trying to do for a living, but like I don't even know if he's selling them or I don't know what he's doing. I just trying to help the guy out, but it's sinisterprops.com, and I know just by looking at the work, it's amazing work. It's so detailed and it's handmade. It's cool, and like this guy, like it moves left and right, and his eyes turn on. The Linda Blair Exorcist that we've shown before, like its head spins and its eyes flip up. I mean, he does these like fun things, and I'm sure if you want something cool for your studio or your house or your office, check him out, sinisterprops.com.
And watch more horror movies. Get this guy back to work.
Yeah, that's right.
I found a guy online that does an American Werewolf in London. Does
Oh,
an
man.
actual like reproduction of the werewolf.
Oh.
Does its not?
Oh.
Does its nose grow out and everything? Or?
No, it
Oh, it's
doesn't
just
grow.
a-
It's
okay.
just it's
the full-
frozen. It's just
okay.
a model. Like but it's fucking sick.
Put it
can't
in your
watch
like
scary
trophy
movies.
room.
boy in me.
I can't watch any scary movies.
Are you
ever.
really?
I don't even like the previews for them.
Girls
American
don't like
Werewolf
scary
is funny
movies.
though.
Girls only like scary movies when they involve big dicks.
Monster cocks.
Well, that
love
is
your old
scary.
Joe.
Yeah.
Joe, do you remember your old Joe?
Yeah.
That used to be. Do you ever do that?
Fear
Did you ever
of the
tape
cock.
that? That's an actually
Yeah,
really
I
funny
love it.
joke.
I
I
hate
think
it
that's
when
on a CD. I think it's
Really?
on
guys always
so.
think that a big cock is a good idea, and there's no way. It's terrible. I'm not built like a Pringles can.
There's
you know
only
what I mean?
so far
was
it
your
can
bit?
go.
Well,
I'm average.
you'd be surprised that the world varies in a great deal.
So vaginas are like some of them are crazy deep
Yeah, you'd be amazed how much people vary.
because I have like a really long torso.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
I've
that's
had
why
like
they make
I have a really
chocolate
long
and
torso,
vanilla.
but I do not have a deep vagina.
You don't?
Well,
so you have that.
Sorry that this
stupid
is
wall.
getting so.
What about your
there's
anal
nothing wrong with
canal?
that.
Nah.
It's just your biology. Everybody's
Yeah.
different.
How deep-
There's some people out there that's just surprisingly deep.
You just apologize
they just
for
like
not
And it's
having a deep
and like
vagina.
no, but when,
I'm sorry.
Not that
can I ask
that's
you something? Can I ask you something
Yes.
though? Like when it's surprisingly deep, like is that something that you can see from afar? I don't know, like, or do you
Well,
only
you need
know?
a flashlight.
Let's put,
Yeah, it's
this
usually
is
an
how,
echo.
This
No, I
is,
mean-
I'll give you an uncensored look. Okay, this is how men look at it in the rawest, purest form.
Right.
Like when I was 18 years old, me and a friend of mine had sex with the same girl, and he looked at me and goes, "Man, she had a big cunt."
Okay,
Like
so
that's how guys
you
really talk.
But
Like,
that's how
man.
you found out, or that's how you are like.
Well, that's
communicate-
we
But I'm saying-
communicated. He that's what he had to tell me.
But-
That's how guys talk.
Well, that's fine that guys
Yeah.
talk like. I'm asking you, as a woman, like when you see,
I mean, that's
as a
obviously
guy,
only when it's bad.
when
I mean-
you're like when you see a girl, are you and you look at her body, are you like she looks like she has a deep vagina?
well, no, but you are. That's hilarious.
That's
Mine's
a valid
always
question.
before.
Well, it
Honest-
is-
honestly-
I guess if you looked at a girl, she like was really voluptuous, you would assume that she probably would not have a shallow vagina.
But
And if you
that's
saw an
phys-
Asian,
Right.
you were like, she has a really small, tiny vagina.
Or whenever I see a
they?
girl, I
Well, if
just
you saw a
assume, man,
person with a
she's
small
gonna turn me
frame,
on.
you know, that's one of the reasons why women with big hips are so attractive. It's so sexual because it's like you can take more. It's like it's like healthy. You have fat in your body to provide food for the baby as it's growing inside your body.
They're birthing hips.
Yeah, you're healthy.
They're wide
yeah,
and
you're
they're
healthy. You have
tilted.
big breasts that can give milk to the baby. I mean, it's all related to that.
Really?
Yeah,
It really
guys
is.
find that attractive.
that's what its nature
Unconsciously.
has
Well,
bred
yeah.
us. You know, I mean, that's the natural selection has led us to a situation where we favor the ones who could give birth the easiest.
You
Yeah.
favor them, but you would much more prefer to have sex with the skinny ones.
No,
that
no, no,
don't
no,
have
no.
that.
That's
No.
nonsense.
No,
That's
primal.
all
I want
lies
lunch.
perpetrated by gay dudes who run advertising companies who figured that the best way for them to deal with this is to make only hire girls who look like boys,
Yeah.
girls who
But
are
that's
built
also
like
because
boys.
women buy the products, so we might
Yeah.
as well. You have
Skinny
to
girls
advertise to
smells
women.
like guys. Like,
you know,
we all
not
wanna
all
be
of them,
skinny.
man. I've dated girls who are skinny and really sexy. It's like it's
but they still
we-
feel weird.
It's
all about your
everybody's got
attitude,
their own,
man.
yeah. They all got their own weird thing, man. And some people can have. It was really funny once. I was watching. What was that? Jenny. What was that? What was that show that they
Jenny
used to have?
McCarthy?
No, the daytime talk show.
Oh, Jenny Jones?
Jenny Jones. I was watching Jenny Jones, and there was some girl, and she had some sort of crazy attitude, and she got up, and she was like, you know, and you know, y'all jealous of my outfit, and she was talking up, and he goes, "Hey, baby, I just want to let you know that the only reason why this ain't working is because you saying all this shit, but you ain't got no pizzazz.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If you have pizzazz, you could pull this off."
It's true.
He goes, "But you got no pizzazz, and this shit makes you look skanky." And I remember the whole crowd went, "Oh shit!"
He just hit the nail on the head.
So
I've described a vagina as meaty before.
That's good
Meaty?
though.
I said she's got a meaty vagina. Yeah, it wasn't a bad thing.
That's good.
that means it's
Substantial.
tighter.
A meaty
No,
piece.
No,
it's
there
got
was,
big
just, there was
lips. There's a lot
kind
of
of a
meat
lot
to it.
going on.
yeah.
Oh, you mean on
Not
the
a lot
outside?
going on, but
A
it was
very-
like
That's
no, it was
terrible.
like it was
No,
no, it was all right. It was all right.
Is, like,
It
is your
wasn't
shit tucked in? Is your do you
Oh,
have,
like
I
an-
mean, like honestly, do you have like a big meaty
Leave her
vagina?
alone.
No, you have like I imagine your vagina very clean and perfect.
You're one girl and
Yeah,
you're
I
just
take it.
surrounded
Does that
by
make you
dudes.
really uncomfortable? 'Cause
No.
I'll tell him
No.
to stop.
Not
No.
at all. Not at all.
I know
You
Sarah.
I keep myself clean. You know,
course
I
you
say
do.
take off East Virginia, West Virginia, leave the Appalachians. That's how I.
Good for you. Landing
that.
strip.
Now, is your butthole stained at all?
I don't know.
Oh, man.
Why?
I've never been told that it is.
That's a legit question. Some girls have brown buttholes, and some girls have it like
Right,
fresh
right.
off the boat.
But it's
It's
kind
not
of a rude
stained from
question.
poop though. It's
No,
just-
no,
it's
no,
like
no.
why some girls.
But
have
if you ate a
dark
lot of beets,
By the way,
It is
Or
weird.
you spill
though.
grape juice
the
in your
reason
ass
I asked
every
you
day.
that question is because I feel like as a woman, I can sometimes you can tell if a guy has a large penis.
You can
I mean,
tell.
obviously, yeah, but it doesn't matter. But I'm just saying, like, so if you guys, if we can see that, I just wonder if there's something that guys see
you
on
do
women
tell by
that where
like,
you're like, oh,
looking
she
at a
probably
guy's
has.
package. How are you telling?
Yeah,
By looking at his actual penis.
yeah, no.
I mean, that's the best way to scout
Yeah,
it.
that's the
You gotta
best way.
See the
Just
territory.
take his
And
clothes
some
off.
people say like feet or hands or anything. I never feel like that.
Guys
you ever-
with super deep voices usually have big cocks.
I wonder how many women have ever felt up a guy who was like had a sock in his pants to
Dude, that would be such like busted. If you do
Has
that,
anybody ever done that?
No one does that.
I've never had that happen.
Could you imagine?
Redban?
Definitely not me right now.
Can you imagine how hilarious that would be?
well, but then you're gonna be called on it. Like if you attract somebody with that sock in your pants, and you get them home, and you whip out your fucking golf pencil.
Yeah, but if I felt
His dick
that,
smells like
I would
feet.
be. If I felt that, I would be like, "There's no way. I would not."
It's his
There's
dick.
no
Yeah,
way.
no, that's false advertising. But girls do.
No,
it with
but
their
also
they
I
do it
don't
with their
want to
boobs,
have
yeah.
sex with someone who has a ginormous
Oh right.
Bye, guys.
penis.
You going on stage?
Oh wait, is it my turn?
Grab a waiter or something.
Who's
I haven't
on
eaten all
after
day.
you?
Thanks.
Hey, I'll bring a waiter.
Who's on
Wait.
after you?
Is Dave and Randy.
Wait, I thought
Oh
I was
shit!
after
I better
Art.
get
Wait,
into some
Redban.
regular clothes.
By the
Go
way,
up there, man.
Next. I'm sorry, I'm not.
Oh,
up next.
damn.
Sarah's next, and then me, then you guys.
Sarah,
Okay.
you're a really fascinating person. I really enjoyed talking to you,
Thank you.
and you take Brian very well.
Oh yeah, he's harmless.
He's easy
You
to
know?
I mean, a lot
You
of
could
girls
never have sex with
sensitive
me.
about the
with
stain.
witnesses,
Yeah,
he's
butthole
harmless.
questions.
It is
Yeah.
hard to tell. There was one girl that I like hung out with for a little while, and I thought she would have like a really nice vagina, and I wasn't into it. It was kind of like inverted. It wasn't how I pictured it.
What
was too meaty?
what did you find disappointing in it?
It just the whole shape and like it wasn't an attractive vagina.
Is it ever the smell?
Did it turn you back?
It didn't smell or
It
anything.
can.
no.
I mean, in
But it
every
can.
man's past, there's been at least one, right?
There's one
least
like
one.
oh actually
I mean, we're just saying. There's been
3.
moments when shit went down.
1 out of 2.
Yeah,
there was one girl I
the
felt.
vagina is a very delicate balance.
They
right?
are. It's hard work.
But
Yeah.
you should tell. Like I almost wanted to say something to this one girl. It was this waitress that I was fooling around with off and on, and she just had a fucking stinky vagina. But she was like clean and everything. But it was like you got some kind of bacteria. There's
Yeah.
something wrong. Like
Yeah.
stop change your
Change
diet
your
or
soap.
something.
Yeah.
Lighter. Use the fake
Did we
candles.
leave a lighter here.
can I just admit that I did when I was in high school one time stuff a sock in my pants, but it was one of those ankle high socks. So it was just basically like a square little pouch. Yeah,
Just to like give you a little bit of height, or like.
I wanted girth. I wanted people to think I had a very tiny girthy.
like a hubcap. Dick.
Yeah, a little hubcap dick. A little bolt that you're gonna have to unscrew.
That's great. You can just like.
I'm good. I'll have some after.
I love when we sit around and talk about cock. Some of my favorite conversations.
I admit it. At first, I really didn't think Sarah Tiana had a really nice, tight, put together pussy. I thought she really did have like a meaty.
She's got a great
Wow.
personality.
Yeah, but she just seems like she would have a meaty vagina because she seems like she fucks a lot.
Whoa,
We should all draw a picture of what we think
Right.
her
Oh, yeah.
vagina
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like, and when
Yeah.
she comes back, she
I
can
don't
pick which one.
think that she would like that.
She
Which
would
is
probably
closest.
totally be into it. She likes
I'm gonna go on a
attention.
limb.
A grown man
She
in
likes
a
that kind of
karate
attention, you
suit
think?
drawing
Probably.
a girl's vagina for her. You
Yeah.
don't like that?
Do you just assume that because she's a comic?
I feel like I know her okay.
Yeah, she's a dirty girl. She
Oh.
likes talking dirty. She's
Oh.
like a man.
She's
like
pretty open
she watches
about her
sports
life,
and
yeah.
she talks like a guy pretty
Wow.
much.
Wow.
I mean, Pete should know.
Well, last time I talked to her, all she talked about was like.
Did you bang her?
You fucking eyebrow raised me, son.
You gotta turn
How
on your
do-
mic.
How
No.
dare you? Nobody admits anything.
Nobody
On
went
the
to
air.
Renfest with her.
We're on the internet. Nobody admits. You went to what, son?
You went to Browntown?
The Renaissance
son.
Festival.
How dare you, young boy? Renaissance festivals are fucking fun.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fun.
I wanted to
That's
go
great.
this
I
year.
was
I've
meaning
never
to go
been.
I've
too.
never been to one either. Yeah.
They should sell
Yeah.
turkey legs
See you
everywhere.
being there all
Stop
the
fucking around. Turkey legs should be on the street everywhere you walk. You know, if you're walking, someone should be selling turkey legs. They're the shit. How come you have
Yeah.
to wait till the Renaissance fair to get a hold of one?
Or
It's
Thanksgiving.
ridiculous, man. I like turkey legs.
Medieval times.
As long
I
as
go to
two-
medieval times.
Only
Yeah, I've been
two
there.
per turkey.
Yeah, it's a weird place. Those Renaissance fairs.
I've never been to medieval times. Is there one here?
Yeah, there's one
I want to
in,
go. I'll go with
there
you.
one?
man.
It's the original.
near Disney.
By
there one? Where?
Disneyland.
Oh,
it's
right.
right. It's right by
Did
Knott's Berry.
you get my text? We should do a Death Squad Olive Garden dinner.
Yeah, I'm actually doing an Olive Garden podcast. We already did the first pilot
From the
Olive Garden.
Wow.
Which Olive Garden?
The one in Burbank, the best one to
They
go.
allow
The
you to
best
do a
one.
podcast from there?
Well, like it's like podcast on a plane. You just
oh,
are
you
doing
sit there and
it.
you eat there. And you
Yeah.
let them know?
I'm not doing, like,
oh my
videos
God,
and
that's
stuff.
hilarious.
But I got to redo it because it
That's
it sounded
hilarious.
too bad.
I wonder if they can get you in trouble for that.
No, they already people from Olive Garden have already recently contacted me. They don't want to be named, and they're trying to get me some shirts. But they just wanted to let me know. They just want to let me know that they all think it's
We
awesome.
appreciate the support.
trying to get you some shirts.
Well, that's the cool thing about getting getting to know like people who sell stuff that you really like. I mean,
The Olive Garden would never be able to be a sponsor.
No, they can never be.
but
like, look,
Hospitaliano.
But their
they
sister
like you.
store, TGIF Fridays, they're all about it. No,
Oh, really? You
I'm
think
just
so?
kidding.
No,
Dirtier Olive Garden.
We're too controversial.
Have you
It's too much werewolf talk.
Talk about real shit.
you were
Yeah,
talking
man.
about the studio you're setting up? You're
Yo,
buying-
dude, I had to get a new studio because the landlord listened to the podcast.
Oh, no.
It's like, no fucking way.
Is he like a Jesus fish?
Well, apparently he's just.
I
being
warned you on that one,
conservative.
though.
Yeah, you did. But I found out what happened.
What
He had
happened?
gotten screwed over by some PORN people.
Horny?
Porn
Yeah,
people.
so a pornography company
yeah.
apparently was doing something there, and they had all sorts of problems with the wrong type of people hanging out there. People's, cars. They were worried about their shit getting broken into. A lot of yelling, a lot of trashy people, a lot of stupidity, and so I
a
guess
lot of
this
jizz
guy,
everywhere.
yeah, this guy has a real problem. I mean, he doesn't want anything like that to happen again.
Well,
so
when you figure it out,
I
again,
totally understand it.
you were talking about getting
I
HD
found a
cameras
new
in there.
place, yeah.
You should get a couple 3D cameras.
No.
Son, I'm not wearing no fucking goggles.
I was at my buddy's place last night, and he's got one of those 3D.
I have
TVs.
one.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that
Brian's got a 3D laptop. The laptop we got, the 17-inch one, comes with fucking 3D
dude,
glasses.
it was fucking dope as hell, man. They have-
Yeah, I tried it out. It's pretty sweet. I need to get a game that actually takes advantage of it because other than that, you can just look at pictures. And you're like,
What game takes advantage of
I
it?
think
Uncharted
Burnout Paradise. I think
Dr. Tongue's
I'm pretty
Indie
sure
House
Call
of
of Duty.
Stewardesses.
Yeah.
Whoa, really? For real? Damn.
It's an SCTV sketch.
You said you wanted food, Brendan? Here's
Yeah,
some
man.
here's
I need
some
something. I haven't
tickets.
eaten all day.
Here's some tickets for you and Rand, man.
You
I'm
two
cool.
fucking animals.
You want some tickets just to to hold, Joe?
I'm really sweaty right now. I was waiting in the bathroom for 30
really
minutes
hot,
in this
right?
outfit.
Well, why do you have a T-shirt under there? You're not supposed to wear a T-shirt.
I don't know the
under
rules.
Yeah,
voice
you're
cracks.
allowed to wear a T-shirt under a gi. I do often.
Okay.
It's fine.
Do I have to order it in there, or
Are you allowed to wear denim jeans?
I couldn't
under
get a
your
waitress
pants?
there.
No, you can't wear denim jeans. The denim jeans probably be a little too restrictive.
Yeah.
You want something that lets you move your legs around more.
Okay.
Because you're trying to hold on to people with your legs and choke them with your legs.
I use the rivets as weapons for my pants.
The rivets.
The rivets on the denim jeans.
Oh.
I hide them underneath my gi pants.
That's a good irritant.
Yeah.
Perhaps you can get someone to open up their defense.
Yeah, something like
if you
that.
really got on their face with your zipper
With my Wranglers.
and if it was hard, if your cock was hard and it was pressing up against that zipper and you just soft fucked someone's nose with your zipper, I could see that would really get them to move around a lot.
That's
Maybe
some strategy.
Perhaps it could open the guy up for a
There's no
submission.
way anybody gets a boner when they're like sparring with somebody.
It has never happened to my knowledge,
Yeah.
but I'm sure it's happened.
Andy Kaufman
gotta
used to
be
get
insane.
boners, but he wrestled women. But he
Yeah.
used to get boners. He had to tape down his dick.
Oh,
Wow.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably had a boner just that he was actually doing it.
Yeah.
Wrestling
He
women
got
on
off on
TV.
Yeah.
The fuck is he doing?
It's the most masturbatory thing ever.
He took it to the furthest limits of crazy.
He lived
yeah,
in
man.
like Louisiana for a year.
Did he really?
Yeah. He was. Have you ever seen I'm From Hollywood?
No.
Oh, it's fucking amazing. It's his whole wrestling thing. He
Really?
became
Oh, yeah.
a wrestler. Like Jimmy Mouth of the South Hart was like. It's a bunch of the guys wound up on the WWF or WWE later.
Yeah.
But he was there. He was like a bad guy wrestler in the fucking South
He's
with
such a
like Jerry
trip,
Lawler
man.
for like a year. And one of the funniest things was he does this. He does a thing, and I think it was after Jerry Lawler pile drived him, and he got taken out on a
He has a neck
stretcher and
brace on.
everything. Yeah, and
Was
had
he
the neck
actually
brace.
hurt? Or
No.
no, it was all fake.
But it looks. I
That's
mean, he
amazing.
came close. He might have been hurt, but they were
No,
both
you
in
Remember,
on it.
remember when Hulk Hogan choked out Richard Belzer for real?
No.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan on a
Terry
TV show grabbed a hold of Richard Belzer and choked him unconscious.
Oh,
and
wow.
He dropped him and he fucking donked his head on the ground. Yeah, and he came like when they came back from commercial, his head was scratched.
Is that why he
Yeah.
wears shades all the
Fucking
time
look
now?
that up.
No, I don't think
He's
so.
got a big scar.
I don't
He's got
think that
permanent
One of the-
black
influenced his
eyes.
decision.
But one of the funniest things from the Andy Kaufman I'm From Hollywood, so Jerry Lawler pile drives him, and he's got the neck brace on, and he comes back wearing his long johns and the black shorts.
Right.
In the ring with everybody's booing him, he's like, "I'm never coming back here again." You guys are a bunch of idiots. You'll never see this face here in Memphis again. And he gives this long speech about how he's never coming back. And then he ends it. He goes, or no, he goes, I shall return.
That's the greatest.
Have
There's
you
a
guys-
lot of good comedy in pro wrestling, like Ric Flair.
Oh,
like there's some
great.
Will Ferrell's stuff is based off of Ric Flair. Like
Really?
Like
Yeah.
look back into the best of Ric Flair stuff. There's some really good, except for there's like a weird intensity to it all, but like the comedy is there. It's really funny.
When I was a kid,
Roddy.
man, I loved Bob Backlund. Remember Bob Backlund?
That was a little bit before me.
Do you remember Jimmy the Superfly Snuka?
Oh yeah, Superfly and Roddy Piper.
Oh, yeah.
Like I was like Paul Orndorff, Andre the
Yes.
Giant,
Ivan
Hulk
Putski.
Hogan. Yep.
Polish Power, Ivan Putski.
Iron Sheik.
Yep.
Tito Santana.
What
Ricky
is-
Steamboat
What
Williams.
purpose does pro wrestling serve in every culture? Because it exists in like almost every culture. The Japanese love it. Mexicans love it. We love it.
Yeah.
What purpose does that serve? It's weird.
It's like
it is-
a manly soap opera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's so over the top and
Over
silly.
the top, ridiculous. It can be enjoyed while drunk.
You want to be in the ring with them is the thing. Like, it's so entertaining. It makes
Yeah.
people like it gets your adrenaline up because you're like, I can do that, and then you're like, end up if you're young, you're wrestling with your brother or something like that. You end up,
It always devolved into everybody wrestling.
Yeah.
My folks let us rent. It was one of the first pay-per-view things, WrestleMania 3.
Oh, yeah,
It was
the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant. And
Yeah.
we were
Wow.
like 10.
Yeah.
And our folks, like we had cable and they let us, pay for, like, I had like 6 of my friends over and we watched it. But like, yeah, at the end of after the whole thing, there's 6 fucking kids
Bunch
jumping
of-
off of every
bunch of
couch.
bloody
throwing
noses.
couches at each other.
Of course.
Oh,
yeah.
the best. It's the best.
Yeah,
man.
that's why I wanted to wrestle in high school because of wrestling.
What's the level that's not there? There are people trying to get to pro wrestling, but they're not quite there. They're like touring and they're doing like wrestling. It's
They
like
have different like circuits.
Well, they used to have like
Yeah.
cable access shows in Boston that were like local, local wrestling, like
Yeah.
pro wrestling,
Yeah.
like
They do gymnasiums and stuff.
yeah. God, I'm trying to remember this one guy, Kowalski.
Wait,
Killer
he wound up-
Kowalski.
Yeah,
Killer
he wound
Kowalski.
up going to
Yeah.
like WCW or WWF.
Did he really?
Yeah, because I remember him from. I know his name. And
He was on like regular TV in Boston. Killer Kowalski was like a local guy. Like maybe it was like a local cable channel or something.
Maybe
like that.
I saw the same shit because there was low rent wrestling on
Yeah.
Channel 17 in Philly when I was growing up that I would watch sometimes.
Well, I think the guy had been around for a long time. I mean, maybe he went to regular wrestling too, or the mainstream version of wrestling. But this was like a local.
Yeah.
You know, like that movie, the Mickey Rourke movie. Like they
Yeah.
really do
Wrestling.
have these like
Or
local
Beyond the Mat.
circuits.
yeah,
Well, it's just
God.
like comedy.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many Mickey Rourke version from the wrestler
Oh.
comedians
Oh,
out
fuck,
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Living
How
in
many
a
how many
fucking
guys do
trailer.
we know that are just like barely hanging on?
Way
Where you know if
too
you
many.
run into him on the road, he's gonna hit you up for something.
Yeah. Well, luckily I'm not at the level where anybody's hit me up for anything. Maybe a guest spot or a fucking bar tab.
The
but-
worst is when a guy wants to do a guest spot and you know he hasn't done comedy in like 2 years.
Mhm.
And he just popped out of the woodwork. And he thinks because you're in town, you're going to get him. Like, dude, you can't just go up
Yeah.
after not doing comedy for 2 years.
Yeah. Well, just the whole like bugging people for guest spots. Like when I was touring
Yeah.
with Stanhope, like fucking, and he makes himself very accessible to everybody.
Right.
But like in the MySpace days and stuff, like 90 fucking messages of people asking to do guest sets.
Yeah.
It's like, no,
Yeah.
man, it's a fucking show. It's not everybody go up on stage and do your best Stanhope imitation before Doug comes up.
Yeah. And there was a lot of that going on, too.
Oh, yeah.
There was a lot of that going on. I saw some of it and I was like, dude, you got to sit him down.
Dude, every kid that would wind up weaseling into a guest set is like smoking on stage and
yeah.
oh, so this fucking abortion.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like some twisted version of the magical Doug.
Yeah, it's all the like, it's just the dirty words without the insight.
Yeah, well, it's the lust to be that guy.
Yeah.
You never really can be that guy if you're trying to be
Possible.
that guy.
You'll fucking die of liver
Yeah.
disease.
Well, not only that, you only be that guy if you are that guy. I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's your calling. That's why it works. That you can't have like a facsimile. You can't. It's not going to work. You
Yeah.
know, people they're not going to like it the same way.
It's not
you know?
Gallagher.
And then you're going to be stuck on that facsimile road. And then what are you going to do? You're going to completely adjust and be yourself again?
Or just wait, then be like Louis.
Yeah.
Wait for the next guy. that inspires you.
Yeah.
Take a few cues from him.
And then,
I mean, I've noticed in my act, like, I can tell sometimes I'll say things a certain way, and I'm like, that fucking came from being with Stanhope. Like, there's just a certain wording to things. And other comedians that, like, you know, even like you, when, like, we were hanging out more, and be like, oh, that was, like, I got a little Rogan-ish, or like, even Louis C.K., if I'm watching a bunch of Louis, it's like, oh, I got a little Louis-ish there.
Right.
Nobody notices it. It's just in your head.
It's a subtle little thing in your head. And it's, you know, it's also sort of out of appreciation, unfortunately. It's like it comes from you respecting how well they deliver things.
Yeah.
I caught myself when I was an open micer. There's like the only time that I really felt like I really caught myself. I was an open micer, and I sounded like Richard Jeni. Like, I remember the words came out of my mouth. It sounded just like the way Richard Jeni would say it. And I was like, it doesn't matter if I wrote that word. I can't do that. Like, you can't like make it sound just like another comedian.
Yeah.
That's already really good. You know, it's like I had fallen into like a rhythm.
But you weren't doing your whole act like that.
No.
Like,
it was really only one line, but it was so traumatic to me. I feel like it was so gross. And I was like, wow, that's like weak, undisciplined. I was like, that's so stupid that I did that.
Well, I think it's good to be that hyper vigilant on yourself, because, like, if you're being that aware of, like, saying one word or one line, you're not, you know, it's like, it's fine. Like, I have one bit that I feel is very Todd Barry-ish, but it's completely from me, and it's not like I'm not going up there going, hey, but it's like, oh, the pacing, but it's like, no, it's just a funny way to say a thing that I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, I'm like, oh, I could see Todd doing it.
It's
well,
weird
that's because you're so original.
It's just weird that you don't want to sound like anybody else as a stand-up. You want to be original, but, like, if you're trying to get a writing gig, all they want you to do is sound like somebody else. All they want to know is that you can write for other people. And so it is a skill. It's just that's not what you want to do.
Oh, you mean specifically if you're trying to get a writing gig, though?
I mean, but if you're trying to get paid, like if you're at my level, like right now, I have my own voice, but I will write in anybody's voice at this point just to get a writing gig, you know. But like, you know, it's like so looked down on in stand-up community, but it's what you need to do anywhere else, like for writing.
Where's it looked down on to be a writer?
No, I think it's looked down on to sound like anybody else in stand-up.
Nobody wants to see
not if you're doing it in a function of you're trying to write for that person. I mean, that's a completely different thing. I mean, if you're
some guys,
I mean, for real, if you were like one of, it would actually be kind of funny if you were like one of Leno's writers and you went on stage and you did all your jokes like this, like you did it in Leno's voice.
That'd be a great tool.
But at the same time,
if you're trying to write for
it would be
just
perfect,
go and do
right?
sets and go, hey, tell my wife and my car.
It's a skill in some people's eyes. It's a skill. Like,
any
to be able to write for somebody.
It certainly
Except
is.
if you're a stand-up and you want your own voice, then...
No, I disagree.
Well, you
it's
could
not
separate that.
I don't think it's an either or. I think
Yeah.
people can pigeonhole you, but you don't have to accept it. It's not necessary. You could write for other people, and you could write for yourself, you know?
Yeah.
You could write in someone else's voice. You're not an idiot. You're a smart person. If you could write for yourself, you can write for someone else. I'm just going to pretend I'm that other person. Think in their life. Think of all the hassle that it must be to go through life, whatever fuck-up problem they have. And then you would write it. It might not be as emotional or connected, but you might be able to tune into it.
I wrote.
You could do that too.
I wrote a bunch of jokes for Neil Hamburger.
Yeah, you know how his voice is. Like, I could write for Duncan. Guarantee I could write for Duncan.
Yeah, man. Fucking Stone Ape Theory, man. Fucking Terrence McKenna. You got fucking all these apes and they fucking...
I may have been abducted last night.
I haven't talked to that cocksucker in a while.
He's doing well. He's on the road a lot.
He was just out with Neil Hamburger.
Yeah, they were doing Boston, and they drove around. They did a bunch of different places. He said he's having a great time. He's really loving it.
I'm going back. I'm actually going out with Neil Hamburger and Todd Barry.
So which date did we agree to? What day did
Friday
you say?
in Denver.
Friday in Denver. Okay.
It's like August.
Cool. Yeah, it's like August something.
What did you agree to?
12th,
That's
11th,
gonna be
maybe.
That's a fun place too, man. Denver's so.
I was
fun.
just at the Comedy Works.
They're animals.
Like a month ago.
They're animals in Denver. They're fucking savages. They're so fun.
It was fun.
Colorado's in dire straits right now, man.
I know, it's all on fire.
That
right?
area in Colorado Springs is really bad. Colorado Springs is fucked up, man. There's so many fires. It's really incredible. Scary.
It's the
scary
earth
stuff.
for you, man.
Yeah.
It's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
You can build fucking Walmarts all you want, but if shit wants to be on fire for a while, it's gonna.
Yeah, fuck, man. Scary shit. Scary to watch. You know, there's nothing much they can do. It's unbelievable how much destructive power a wall of fire has just going through houses.
Yeah, or wind or fucking water. I mean, it's all like.
Well, this is making houses ash. You know, you see the before and after pics, and the houses, it's just blocks of ash. Nothing, man.
Wow.
It's unbelievably hot. It's
horrifying.
Fire. It's really scary shit because they can't really stop it. I mean, they're slowly controlling it and containing it, but it's not like they can just put the off switch on it.
There's going to be a bunch more acres.
You got to wrestle it. Yeah, you got to wrestle this fucking thing. It's terrifying. And we always assume that they can eventually get a hold of it, and they're amazing at what they do. But we always run the risk of one, really fucking. I talked to a firefighter who said about L.A. He goes, "It's not a matter of if. It's a matter of when there's a fire that catches Hollywood on fire and just burns all the way to the ocean."
Yeah.
He goes, every firefighter is terrified of this. He goes, and it's really, as in terms of the rest of the life on Earth, it's a matter of when.
Yeah. My dad was a fireman. Have you ever been affected by fire? Like, have you
I've been evacuated a couple of times. And where I used to live in Colorado was all fucked up now. They lost hundreds of houses up there. They had horrible.
That's where you lived, where all this is going on.
Well, no, the Boulder one of last year. Well, the real problem, man, is a lot of those trees are dead. They die because of bark beetles, and it's really like firewood. So it's not like the California brush fires. When you're dealing with like Colorado wildfires and shit like that, like that is on another level, son. I mean, they are fueled by giant trees.
Yeah.
And there's like tornadoes of fire, like 100 feet high, just cutting through neighborhoods. I mean, they literally can burn a neighborhood down as quick as you can walk through it.
Wow.
I mean, they're just crushing everything, man. They're moving. They're just moving through. They all they can do is try to stop it. Try to like set up fire lines. Try to beat it at the edges. Try to hold it in position. Pray for better weather. If the wind blows, they're fucked. It's scary shit, man. Mother Nature that's a crazy bitch.
It's more powerful than anything.
Holy shit.
I have a friend whose apartment burned down like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And she had a radio show in San Francisco. It was a nighttime show. She went to work, got fired that night, and went home. And while she was at her apartment, her fucking wall burst into flames. It was bad wiring. It started in her apartment.
Oh my God.
But if she wasn't there, everybody in that fucking apartment would have died. If she didn't get fired that night, because like it started in her place and she got up and just started fucking pounding on everybody's doors, got everybody out, her fucking place, she lost everything.
Oh my God.
But if she didn't get fired that night, probably there'd be a handful of dead people in that place.
Holy shit. Yeah, fires are terrifying, man. It's terrifying that you can just go buy a lighter.
Yeah.
Anybody can go buy a lighter.
I could just flick a cigarette out the window and start one.
Yeah. I've seen so many people flick cigarettes out the windows in California. As dry as shit is out here, these assholes. I've seen it on Topanga Canyon, man. Yeah. It just makes you want to slap somebody. Like, are you're so selfish that you can't even put the fucking thing in the ashtray?
There's no ashtrays in cars.
They don't have ashtrays anymore?
Not anymore, no. There's no ashtrays. You can blame the automobile industry for
that.
Wait
a minute. You really can't get an ashtray in a car?
There's no ashtray in my car.
Wait a minute. My car is an ashtray.
They sell them as like options now. Pay extra.
Really?
Put them in the cup holder. It's a little like attachment thing.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have one, but I mean, I bought my.
Well, I would love it if that was because people stopped smoking entirely. Yeah, that would be nice.
That would be nice. I'm a smoker, and
are you a joker or a midnight toker?
I am a joker. I am not a midnight toker. I don't do well with tokers.
You play your music in the sun.
Woo!
Are you a picker or a grinner? Are you a lover?
Is that it for the lyrics? Or no, we're still going. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I'm just I don't even know what to say. Oh, like I always like squash the cherry out the window first, and then like I throw the butt away because I don't want a ticket, but also I don't want to burn down LA. I don't want it to be me. I don't want them to trace it back to me. I don't want them to like find the DNA on the cigarette butt. I'm just paranoid of that.
You're paranoid of them catching you, but you're not paranoid of lighting things on fire. How selfish.
I don't give a shit if LA goes up in flames.
I don't want to get a ticket.
I just want to be behind
for it.
I don't want to be the one they look at.
Whew.
I don't want.
Glad they didn't catch me.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
sleeping.
just trying to be.
That's like a $250
trying to be
ticket.
a considerate smoker is all. It's hard because it's so easy to just flick it out and not think about it ever again.
Oh, that's not good. That's
just
not a healthy
littering.
way of
No,
thinking.
it's not good. I'm just.
Well, I think it also is symptomatic of the whole idea of smoking in the first place. Like, you're poisoning yourself.
Yeah.
So if you're poisoning yourself, you don't really give a fuck about what you do with the highway.
It's such a weird thing to get caught up in.
Yes.
Cigarette smoking?
Yeah, I'm in it. I still fucking smoke occasionally.
How much do you smoke?
I probably go through, it depends on, like, if I'm on the road, it depends how much I'm drinking, but a couple packs a week, maybe.
A couple packs a week. You're a smoker then.
You
don't get caught up in it occasionally. That's a smoker.
Well, it depends. Like, it's usually in bursts, though. Like, it
When you're
really
drinking.
depends. Like, if I'm drinking,
So how often do you drink?
I mean, it varies.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's pretty regular, but, I mean, I'll go days without smoking a cigarette.
Right.
And then if I have a crazy weekend, I'll go throw a pack in a weekend.
Right. What do you do with the butts?
I always I'll put them in something. I'll tap them out. And
You don't just
like
flick
I
'em?
don't. I'll stick them in my pocket. Like if I'm on the street, if I smoke a cigarette, if there's no place to put, I'll put it out on the side of a trash can and then throw the butt in there, or I'll just put it out on my shoe and put them in my pocket and get rid of them when I'm around a trash can. Not usually, but I mean, yeah, sometimes like if.
Powerful Ari Shaffir asking off microphone questions.
What did he ask you? I know
during
what
a
the
podcast.
I can't hear anything. What did he ask
Yeah,
you?
Ari. I think he asked you if you put it out first.
No, you said you don't flick them away.
Flick them away.
Sometimes, like, if you're in a
Put a little
parking lot
garbage
where a
can.
bunch of people are smoking and there's cigarette butts everywhere, somebody's sweeping it up at the end of the night.
Oh,
Put a little
regardless,
garbage can in your bag, you lazy fuck. Just a little tiny garbage.
No, I do it. No, I put them in my pocket if I'm like outside and I throw them away. But
It's gross when I see people throw them out the windows, man. It's sad. It's like, really? That's how you're gonna treat?
Well, it's
city?
littering. It really is
It's
just
gross.
littering.
It's really like low level littering too.
Are we? Was that me?
Somebody's getting a phone call. It's very loud.
Wasn't? Oh, maybe that was me.
I'm walking away from this podcast, Brendon Walsh. I gotta get my head together.
Well,
Got some new ideas I gotta go over, son.
all right. Well, maybe we should take a break because
Can't
I
be
need to
here.
eat some food.
Can't be
I have
here
to pee
communicating
really
with
bad.
you.
I gotta
I get
pee.
it.
Right back, so maybe we should hold on for 1 second till he gets back.
All right.
Or I'm going to have to fucking
I
talk.
can hold this fort. I can hold this fort.
Okay, here we go.
Am I doing it again?
You
Had
motherfucker.
one fucking beer.
What
Post
did he?
move.
What did he start off with? How did it turn into he was upset?
Well, again, this is just I was taken so off guard by it, and I was a little tipsy, but I really don't remember how it went down. I remember him kind of attacking me for being drunk.
Last week, right in the beginning, Don Barris started singing a song, and Doug kind of was upset about it and left and walked outside.
But I thought he was into it.
I think,
All right, we just have to
I
watch
think
the
only
video.
way
That
it
was
just
weird.
makes sense is that he was all bummed out about his travel. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely probably
He was definitely
played
just in a
into it.
funk,
But he really did change the tone of the podcast, and I don't want to, because I haven't talked to him personally about it. It is a weird thing where
Dude,
it's like, man, you
just
yelled at me
beat
and
the
my
dead
friend.
horse. Fuck it. Keep going. No, keep going.
Well, you see, I don't want it to be. I don't want to make it even
I got really
weirder.
prissy all of a sudden. Bro, this is a fucking professional podcast, okay?
Randy, get in here! Joe's being mean to me. Yeah, I don't have a problem with Doug. We'll talk about it next time we see each other and get to the bottom
Sure,
of
he
it.
just was tripping.
Of course. I mean, I wouldn't like.
All right. Later, dog. You going to the store? Yeah. If people want to go stalk you,
Ari.
can they follow you to the store? When's your spot?
Yes. It's in 15 minutes, but I'm probably not going to make it.
May or may not be circling the area.
Well, Neil Brennan's on, so maybe he's repellent. Is that possible? I don't know.
Dude, Chappelle's gonna. Neil Brennan might be able to kick him out
Are we
of
on
the
a break
ring.
right now, or is this still
Tell
on?
Tommy
No,
I
we're
said
on.
hi. Fucking pass me already. I can't afford to hang out there
Are you
all the
serious?
time. No, I'm kidding. I'll talk to him.
I'll tell him all that for you.
No, he's like, yeah, man, keep hanging out. I'm
heard
like,
he
dude, I'm on the road
It's
half
the
the
worst.
fucking
You're like,
I heard he
time.
doesn't pass
I'm not
anyone over
26. I can't
40.
do this.
What's that?
I heard he doesn't pass anyone over 40.
I'm not over 40.
Just saying. You don't have. You only have so much time. You've
No.
got 3 years.
No, that's
I have
fine.
no idea how old you are. I'm sorry.
Silly, silly bitch.
Me?
That's what's up. No. Them for not passing Brendon.
Oh yeah, it's
That's
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
You should be passed.
It's like, yeah, it's
Preposterous, even.
Yeah. I mean, some of the people they've passed, I mean, they're my friends, but, you know.
well,
it's ridiculous.
I haven't lived here very long. I'm not saying like I need
Joe, are you
special
leaving
treatment,
too?
but
Yeah, I have to. I gotta go over this stuff before I go on stage.
Are you
I
coming
want to
back?
eat a fucking burger.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think by the time I get off stage, this will be over, right?
Maybe. I feel like it's ending right now.
Yeah,
I
that's what it feels
really
like.
need to fucking eat before I do anything.
Okay.
I haven't eaten all day. And
Go-
they
go
probably
get some
stopped
food from
making
those guys.
food.
No, they're probably still making food. If not, ask the security guy. They'll hook you up.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I'm hungry too. Actually.
I'm gonna get a burger.
I haven't eaten.
So maybe we'll take a break and come back.
Sure.
You want, bitch.
I love doing the podcast. I just, I haven't fucking stopped since this morning.
Yeah, I don't know how to turn it off, so
Is it,
that's
listen,
the only
ladies
thing.
and gentlemen, this is a very, very uneventful ending, but I'm about to go on stage. I gotta get my shit together. So
You're going to
Yeah, and we're just going to leave it
yeah,
on.
I
and Brian
got
will
some
be
shit I gotta
back.
go over. So we're just gonna eat up a lot of nothing right now. So from this moment on, don't expect much. No one's gonna be here. Somebody might walk in on.
I might do some new shit too.
Yeah, Brendon Walsh might come in and just start talking into the mic.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
just start
keep it
talking
going.
shit.
Right, yeah, I don't know how to turn it off, so it's definitely going to stay on.
Keep it going.
Brian will be here in a
I'll just
minute.
order a burger and a beer and I'll come back.
Yeah, they haven't sent the waitress in. They should have, but...
Brian said they're busy. Are we doing the big room or the
Okay, we'll be back, guys.
That's because you're in the presence of Brendon Walsh's talent, bitch.
Oh, you know what? I should probably mute the mics in case anyone walks here and starts talking about some crazy shit.
Yeah, man.
I don't like wearing the headphones because it makes me look stupid on camera.
Well.
PeteeC.
What's up, Sarah?
What's up, buddy?
How you doing?
Dude, I'm so great. It was like such a fun show. I ran the light a little bit and I feel bad. I never run the light. But I was like in the middle of my joke, and because I'm like a little stoned, I like took my time more.
You gotta finish the joke, right?
I'm not stoned. I don't want to say that I'm stoned.
You already
I just
did.
like been around it. It was so much fun. I had no idea it was even in the main room now.
Maria
I thought
Shehata.
it was still in
yeah.
the side room.
Yeah, they sold it out earlier, so they moved it.
It's crazy. Oh, you mean they sold it out? You mean just today?
They sold
it's
out the
there?
small room, and they're like, "Well, let's bump it to the big room."
Do you want to keep doing this, or do you want to?
Yeah, I'm hanging out. Let's talk.
We're doing it.
Let's talk. Me, you.
Yeah. Me and PeteeC. I'm a
Me and Sarah. Oh shit.
I have a beverage in my hands now.
My beverage is like right.
That's empty.
Shit.
PeteeC, what did
Guess
you
I
do
don't know
today?
myself
Do you want
about
to talk about the Renaissance Fair? Because we never got to talk about it on
Yeah, sure. Actually,
air.
Redban brought it up earlier.
He did?
Yeah.
Okay,
He,
just so
he
every-
mentioned that.
Are we even
that
on
we
right
went.
now?
Yeah, we're on.
You want us on the same side?
you
Sit on the
sit
s-
across-
if you sit on the
Will you
same
shut
side
that
as her, then it'll be easier for the camera. We'll just, you know.
Should we shut that door? Can you shut that door?
Actually, leave it open. It's hot as shit in here.
Oh my! I'm sorry. I don't know why.
I'm
just
sorry.
fun to watch you walk back and forth.
I'm sorry.
That's all.
Yeah.
We just, yeah, it's it's exercise. Exercise. I'm so bummed, Petey, because I just lost my green earrings, which I wear every single day.
Do you know how many times I've lost earrings?
I know.
Well,
that's why I paid $2 for them. They're like, sunglasses.
You could check the lost and found file at my house if you want.
I had a pair of earrings I bought them in Turkey. I lost them in Paris.
You
talk about
world
going
travelers.
Because I went to Turkey last year.
Part of AFE?
No, I just went
Entertainment?
for vacation. I wanted to have Turkey Day in Turkey.
Turkey Day in Turkey.
I just got back from an AFE tour.
Where? Djibouti?
I started in Djibouti, which is where I met my future husband, and then we went to sorry, Petey. Then we went to
wait, so how long have you known this guy?
I've spent 6 hours with him.
Sure, and so he's going to be moving to LA to be with you.
He's moving to LA.
Holy shit. Do you understand that you're the third friend this week that I've talked to?
Is
6 hours.
Is Helen Hong one of them?
Helen Hong is one of them, yes.
She and I were on the same show the week before I left, and I was complaining about it, and I was like, I just want to meet a man who can put up a fucking shelf. I don't know anybody in this town who can even put up a fucking shelf. And that was like my whole bit was about, and then a week later.
Yeah, I
met a guy
it's
who can
like
break
you, her, another friend of mine. All of you have met guys, and within a week have been like, I met my future husband. This is the guy. And I'm not even exaggerating. You've said the words, my future husband. He's moving here for me. My roommate has met somebody who was moving there for her, and she met him for a week.
Mm-hmm.
Not a week. I mean, it happened over a course of a few weeks. But I mean, they spent all their time together for that.
So
whole
people
time.
are tweeting wanting to hear about the Renaissance Fair.
I think Pete wants to change the subject from me meeting my future husband to
in 6 hours.
Let's talk. Yes, only 6 hours. But I've known him for a month now. We talk on Skype 2 or 3 times.
I guess people want to hear about the Renaissance Fair.
The Renaissance Fair. Pete and I went to the Renaissance Fair, and I honestly expected it to
probably
be
for
so
6
lame.
hours.
What? For 6 hours? You motherfucker. I'm sorry, Petey. We went to the Renaissance Fair, and I actually had this huge bruise on my wrist from shooting bow and arrow, which you can throw axes and javelins and Chinese stars there. And I was like, what they should throw is an ugly stick at every motherfucker that walks through. It is literally the place where ugly people congregate in Los Angeles. It was the most phenomenal thing I've ever seen.
It's the Renaissance Fair.
I know, but it's the biggest one in the country, and we had all the employees were drunk the whole time. Apparently, the real party starts after hours, when they close down the park, and then they just hang out with themselves. Bless you.
Sorry, I'm allergic to dork shit.
Oh
so
shit!
Ridiculous. It was so fun.
We literally it was
went
fun.
We were like, this is gonna be hilarious, and it was. This girl, so many fat girls with their boobs hanging out in their bustiers.
Oh my god, the same thing happened in Germany.
This girl goes, she had her iPhone resting on one boob and 3 rocks on the other one, and I was like, well, I know what that is. What are those? And she goes, those are dragon tears. And I was like, well, these are real tears.
These are real tears.
It was so bizarre. It was the most phenomenal human interaction.
I saw a belly dancer at a Renaissance Fair once. It made me want to do belly dancing. It made me learn. I spent
it made you
5 years
do it?
trying to learn belly dancing.
This computer's locked, or I'd show you some pictures. It was
try
great.
jousting because we went and saw a live jousting thing.
Blood makes the grass grow.
As if there's virtual jousting.
They kept saying blood makes the grass grow.
Is it cigarette smoke? Because he's smoking a cigarette.
No, I smoke, so it's not.
Oh, it's my fault?
Smoking in here?
Fuck yeah.
Can I smoke in here?
Yeah.
Fuck.
This podcast got so much better.
Fuck yes.
Oh my god. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm. Pete, what was your favorite part of the Renaissance Fair?
Well, I liked the minivan in the parking lot.
Oh yeah, the one that with the handicap.
It was in the handicap section, and it was sitting there missing a tire on a jack. And I was like, "What's handicap? The van or the driver?"
That was so funny.
It was good.
I think you tweeted a picture of that, right?
I did, yeah.
Boy,
I can't pull anything up on the fucking computer right now.
So, what also impressed me was that there were rides, and they were all wooden, and there was no electricity involved. And all the games and stuff we could play, and just all the shit you can buy.
Yeah, we participated in a turtle race.
I love that the costumes said they went from petite to 5X, and I was like, yeah, I'm sure they're selling way more 5X.
Yeah, I wish I could get on the computer and show pictures now because we have some good ones.
Why can't you?
It's locked up, and I don't have his password, obviously. But yeah,
I bet it's.
You can go to PeteeC's fucking Twitter. Instagram feed or something.
everybody on this follows me on Twitter, I think.
Everybody that's listening?
I heard people were going to quit following me because I have a boyfriend, and I'm like, really?
Oh, that's terrible.
Like, anytime.
I unfollowed you yesterday.
You did?
I'm just kidding. Why would I do that?
But people should be happy. Like, who knows? Like, no matter what, it's going to be very interesting fodder.
Everybody should follow Sarah Tiana.
I'm pretty funny.
On Twitter. She is funny on Twitter. She writes good jokes.
Okay,
Maria Shehata, you don't have the Twitter?
I don't have a boyfriend if you want to follow me on Twitter.
Fuck yeah. Spell out your Twitter name right now so everyone knows.
M-A-R-I-A-S-H. Hey, hang on. M-A-R-I-A-S-H-E-H-A-T-A. So, at Maria Shehata. I managed to lose 2 packs of cigarettes.
If people follow me, maybe I'll post the sexy video I sent to my boyfriend
Oh,
today.
Damn.
I did. I sent a naked video.
Oh,
for the
no.
first time ever. Well, I wasn't totally naked.
I'm muting your mic.
I wasn't totally...
I'm just kidding.
I wasn't totally naked. I had my panties on. It was kind of interesting.
I met a man
I've never done anything like that.
I met a man last week.
You did?
Are you gay? I didn't know that.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Why do you think I never hit on you? Yeah.
I just figured because it was me. I was like, oh, I'm not attractive. So go on.
No, I was kidding. What? No, I didn't meet a man. I made that up.
Oh, well, that sucks. Did you make up that
I've
you're
met
gay?
no girls. I've been hanging out with this one girl, but I don't know what her deal is.
Tell me about it. I can help you.
We'll talk about it later.
No, let's talk about it now. It's a podcast.
That's the
what
whole
the hell?
point is that I just told you I made a sexy video, which is something I never tell. I'll even show. Well, no, I guess I shouldn't.
Okay, there's this girl.
I have one. Look right here.
There's this girl that's taken me home like 7 times, and you know my house isn't close.
This is my boyfriend.
Oh, he's a hot shit.
I know.
Who is that? Vanilla Ice's brother?
Shut up. He's phenomenal. Wait, what were you saying about this girl?
Nothing.
Oh my God.
No, I said.
You're so booty hurt right now.
No, I said what?
You're so booty hurt. That's what we call it in the South. That almost hit me.
I know.
A
My aim's
camel.
pretty good.
I went to a camel farm when I was overseas. It was really fun. Okay, tell me
so
about
what
this
else?
girl. I need to know.
No,
about
nothing.
This
No, I'm not really interested in her, so it's not really worth
But
talking
you're
about.
never interested in
Well, you
anyone.
brought her up. No. You brought her up. For a reason.
you brought her
No,
up.
I have a question. My question is, because you're both ladies,
Oh, here we
she's
go.
taken me home 7 times, but like we're not fucking.
No. What's taking you home for?
Why
to cuddle?
would you drive me home? Like Sarah,
To cuddle.
It's really
Sarah,
far.
you know where the fuck my house is.
Yeah, I know where your house is.
It is not close to the Comedy Store. It's
No.
25 minutes away.
So you're saying that you're at the Comedy Store when you meet her, so that narrows it down.
No,
I'm gonna
but
go
she
out
will-
on a limb and say to cuddle.
She will come to the Comedy Store with the purpose of wanting to take me home. That's what she wants to do. But then we go home and just talk about shit.
Let me ask you.
Wait,
what have you repaired around her house?
What?
Were you? Do you? Do you?
What is she using you?
Well,
for?
you know,
Do
how I am.
Does
I'm not
she
like
stay the night? But she
no,
just
but she
doesn't-
won't stay.
Why?
It's weird, and you know how
Does
I
she
am.
have a
Like I'm not
kid
just gonna
or a
jump on
dog?
her. No, like I'm not
Wait,
gonna
she's
jump
going to
on
your
her. But
place?
yeah, she takes me to my house and then comes in and hangs out.
You need to make a move, dummy.
Yeah,
I
maybe
know,
it's
She's
you.
obviously there making enough move. She's not going to jump on you after that, too. You have to make the move.
Yeah,
Yeah, guys don't take initiative anymore. That's been a whole thing.
It's the thing. No,
It's like
because
been
she's
a big
making
issue
she's
with
making an initiative by coming to your place. That's a huge initiative. So she figures if you don't make a move, you must not want to because she's there.
Yeah, totally.
That would be like if I went to a guy's place and he didn't make a move, then I'd be like, well, I guess we're watching TV.
You think
Like-
she's using you for something else? Like
Well-
your product?
No, I mean, she's she asked me to like help her with her fucking jokes
Homework?
and shit.
Help her with her fucking jokes means fuck me. What are you doing to
Oh,
like?
with her
Are you
jokes,
even making
so
a
she's a
move? on her? Are
comic?
you trying to like have sex with her and she's saying no?
No, I'm not trying anything
That's your
because
problem.
I'm really lame as far as that
Yeah,
goes.
you
Like,
are.
That
You're
right there is
slow
your
mover.
problem.
I'm
She's
very
coming to your
slow
house.
mover because I don't
Well,
like
okay,
want to
don't
be
blame this
perceived
on her.
as a
This
rapist.
is absolutely you. She is coming to your house.
Well, that's why I'm asking you, the ladies.
I'm telling you right now, make a move. She's at your place. Make
You
a
know
move.
why I'm a relationship expert? Because those who can't do teach. And that's why I've helped so many people in relationships and I never can help myself. So
No, but
hopefully
I
this
don't
one
really
works out.
particularly want to have a relationship with this girl, so it's not like I'm,
Then
Then
why
what
are
are
you letting
you
her come
doing?
to your house?
What?
You're obviously not trying to fuck anybody else if you're going home with this girl.
Well, you're leading her on a little bit. Don't you
Yeah,
think?
you should just
I
try.
am?
You should just
Yeah,
try.
you are.
You should just go for it, PeteeC. Why not? And then you should film
Just
it.
whip my dick out.
Look, girls.
Ustream.
Girls.
Yeah,
the
whip
thing
my
is,
dick
the
out.
thing
I'm
about
sure
girls
that's
is,
what you've been doing. You've been whipping your dick out. That
Look,
sounds
I just
so
she's out
ridiculous.
there. She ain't sucking it. I don't know why.
She's probably listening right now too.
Well, you know what?
Here we go. Here's the text.
She's texting you.
She's like, shut up, shut up.
Oh, here's a good text. Whatever you do, don't leave because listening to two females is painful.
Okay, that's nice. Thank you.
That's one of my followers. My followers get my shit. No.
Oh, everybody wants to see the video.
Of what?
There's no way I can post that video.
No.
My boyfriend would kill me.
Literally, with his bare hands.
Yeah,
He
with
doesn't
his
even
bare
need a
hands.
gun.
I know, he doesn't need a gun. He's a goddamn American hero.
Goddamn American hero. So what else we got going on
Are we
that
just
we
getting
can talk
breezed by
about?
that comment? Like that wasn't rude as shit?
What?
That listening to two females was painful?
Somebody said that?
Didn't you just...
No, someone tweeted that to me. I didn't say it. I just read it out loud. Someone,
well, maybe they need relationship.
Raisin Brand 23.
Oh, that's
So,
Ivan. That's Ivan. He loves being talked to. And we're just
You know who that
into
is?
it. Yeah, he follows me a lot. He comments on a lot of things I say.
Oh, sorry about that, Ivan. I'll never mention you again.
I'm sorry.
Raisin.
I don't talk about pro
That's a
wrestling.
pretty terrible name, yeah.
Oh, yeah, gee.
Yeah, I love pro
I
wrestling.
love Sting back
Old
in the
school.
day.
Hey,
Yeah.
MMA. Ah.
Wait, so you're not dating anyone, Maria?
No.
And is it
I'm
because
dating
it's hard to meet
everyone.
men as a comedian?
What are you doing tomorrow?
I'm actually meeting a lot of guys. I'm going on a lot of dates.
You know what I always do? And this is what you should do.
Okay.
Is just to meet men outside your circle, you should go to fancy hotels. I swear to God, it's the greatest thing.
Do you know what says single girl in a fancy hotel?
It says prostitute.
Hooker.
I know, but you just go there with, like, I go to bars by myself all the time. I always end up meeting men, and they're outside my circle. Sometimes they're just traveling, but sometimes they do live there because a lot of locals hang out at fancy hotels, and it kind of weeds out the weak.
I've done it, Tiana.
And
I've met a lot of guys, but like I meet a lot of guys all the time. I'm screwed up. I just get very picky or something.
So what's going on here, guys? I just
We're just talking about boys and meeting boys and shit because
I-
we're girls and that's what we talk about.
Yeah, I
And
know.
then,
I've
like,
already
half
heard
your
on
audience
Twitter.
is
and
already
that's
clicked
why
out.
men can't get over
Half
women
your
is
audience
because
is like,
they don't
next,
talk
what
about
else
it.
is on?
Yeah, unfortunately, we just lost 80%. No.
Well,
just
that's
kidding.
fine.
No, I just had an amazing set. That's so great because I had the last two sets. I had this problem where my shit was too dirty. Like I did the improv the other night, and my material, like the beginning, I have this joke about Planned Parenthood, like that hints at abortion shit, and immediately people were like, "Mmm." And so it just gets to you when you have bad. Like I had two bad sets that I felt were because of my material. So today, I tried to do my first half of my jokes were all brand new, and they were all like clean material,
Nice.
and they worked.
No,
and I was
because
like,
you know why, Redban? Because cleaner material is smarter and harder to write, and that's why people don't do it a lot. And audiences appreciate it because every audience wants to feel smart, and Death Squad is a smart audience,
Yeah, but then I went into my dirty shit, and it went from like great laughter to just roaring
Right,
laughter.
you gotta start smart,
You gotta
and then
ease
you
Start
gotta
smart.
ease into it.
Just
Start
like
smart.
a
Start
woman,
smart.
you
That's a
gotta
good-
ease into it, Redban.
That's right. Pete, sit
You
down.
can't just do anal right away.
Whoa.
Sit
Well,
down.
I was going to go to the bathroom, but there's someone in there.
Oh,
Okay, she's gone now.
Who's in the back?
Oh my God, there's two of them.
somebody's taking
Hey, leave me one on the toilet. They're obviously doing drugs
Give
in
you a
there,
break,
right?
PD. That's never happened to you.
Drugs?
No.
Have you ever had
There's
a
just a lot of
threesome?
hot lesbian
Yes.
sex there.
You have?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
What do you mean?
threesomes?
What am I talking
That's-
about?
yeah, I
You've
had
had a
That's pretty
threesome?
common, Tiana.
I almost had a threesome
There's
with
no-
Maria Shehata at one point.
There's no way I would ever have a threesome.
Oh, I figured you would have heard from
Actually-
the store.
How many times have you had a threesome?
With girls from the store a few times.
No way.
Yeah, it's terrible. I'm a terrible
That is
person.
terrible.
Ask-
You're a
ask
horrible
him.
human being.
I am.
Are you sure you're not counting the weight of one girl as two girls?
Oh.
Here comes Tony Hinchcliffe.
Reel it in.
With the smart writing.
All right, what else?
Talking about how many threesomes you have?
No, she asked me if I ever had one, and I said sure. And
And
she's
you
like,
said
really?
you have threesomes with girls from the comedy store?
I have.
Quote, all the time?
No, that's not what I said all
And
the
you want
time.
to be a gentleman to me,
I tried.
and you've had threesomes with girls
So
at
From
the
the
what?
comedy store?
Oh, come on.
Ugh.
I mean, it's
What do you mean?
disgusting, but it's
Yeah.
like, so what? Let him do his
Whatever.
Well, yeah,
Do
I'm
your
letting
thing,
it-
buddy.
I am
Sarah.
letting
You
him
get
do
some
his
threesomes.
thing.
Get
Sarah,
some threesomes.
eat Maria's pussy
No,
right
I'm
now.
just
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Now who's out of hand?
Oh.
Actually, I was Sarah. Like I said earlier, I think was the first person to ever she was there for my first comedy set ever.
Maria was.
Yeah, Maria, and she's an old friend from Ohio that used to work at the Funny Bone, and I was friends with her brother. And I remember one of the things that always sticks out to me about Maria, and I'm probably going to embarrass her by saying this, was the first time that she got her. Let's say it. It was the first time that Maria got her nipples pierced. She showed
first
me.
time I get pierced yearly.
And she showed me, and I felt so uncomfortable.
Well, that's your problem. You felt uncomfortable?
I felt uncomfortable because it was out in an alley, and your brother was inside the house.
That should make you feel comfortable. That should. That's
when you said that it made you uncomfortable,
he would have kicked my ass. Yes.
When you said it made you uncomfortable, I thought you were gonna say like when it got stuck underneath your tongue or something.
No, not.
I thought it was a sly way of getting to.
No, but it was very shocking. You were very happy that you got him done. I could tell.
Yeah, I tend to forget that boobs mean something to people.
Right.
And I'm like, look, I got a pierce. Look, check it out. And I forget that that's a thing.
Now, Maria, it's so weird to me because I was doing comedy and you were working at the Funny Bone, and then I think you got into comedy right then.
I was doing comedy too.
Were you also doing?
I think around the same time, yeah.
And then you moved. Did you move first?
To New York.
No, you moved to New York. And then you moved to California.
Yeah.
And then you've been doing comedy since, and I think that's just so crazy that me and you kind of grew up together. We went to college, like at the same time. We were in the same groups growing up. Hey, side talk. And then you have a successful comedy career.
You have a successful comedy
I know, but
career.
you also have a successful comedy career.
No, you.
I mean, you were on Comedy Central. I've never been on Comedy Central. You were chosen as like on the hot list or something like that, if I remember correctly.
The watch list.
The watch list. So that's people to watch, right?
Sure.
That's good.
It was a terrorist watch list from
the terrorist
It
watch
was
list.
a terrorist watch list. Because I was Middle Eastern. If you were Middle Eastern, you would be just as successful as I am.
And when I announced that you were on the show tonight, a lot of people were like, "Holy shit! I saw Maria in New York City, and I didn't know she was still doing comedy."
That's because I moved.
Right.
You were in Paris recently, right?
Also,
That's such a
so
great
I was in
compliment.
Paris doing a show.
She was in Paris at the same time as Danielle Labouty.
Oh,
and they
that's
posted
what it was.
pictures right like 5 minutes away from each other, and I messaged Labouty.
Oh yeah,
Move that
I
arm out of the way.
remember.
What?
Move the arm out of the way so we can see your beautiful face. The other arm. Joe's
We
on.
were both
no,
posting pictures from
towards,
the Eiffel Tower,
Yeah.
and you're like, you two should know each other.
Just push it towards the chair or pull
Yeah.
it towards the chair.
Whatever.
Whatever. Who cares? Yeah. Like
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, but I saw you both posting pictures, and I was like, wow, you guys are both under the Eiffel Tower right now. That's insane.
So crazy at the same time.
And she was doing a show the next day, so I tried to hook them up so they could go to the show. It'd be,
Well, I
small world
invited her
type
to the
shit.
show, and I was like, maybe you can get a spot. And she was busy like eating croissants.
Did you know Pete in Ohio?
No, I met her like one of the first nights she came to the store, though.
I'm sure
because
you
there
did,
was-
Pete.
Pete's an Ohio boy also.
Are you?
Store
You're
troller.
Cleveland or something, like north.
No, but he lived near us. He lived in Columbus for a while.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And he also was doing all the band shit because me and Maria were hippies back in the day. Maria
I managed Dark Star Orchestra for a few years, and Nelson Ledge's Quarry Park in Garrettsville, Ohio.
Name dropping.
Yeah, me and Maria used to go to Acoustic Hookah.
Name dropping cover bands. That's what I got.
Do you guys remember Acoustic Hookah? I don't know if anyone knows Acoustic Hookah. Me and Maria were.
I'm hip to Acoustic
we're
Hookah,
friends.
upside down E's and shit. The schwa.
Me and Maria were friends when I was a legit hippie. Like I hung out. I lived with a Puerto Rican hippie dude named Hiram and his cousin Ruben.
It was back before he shaved his balls. It was like you were so hippie.
No, but I did. I was selling cocaine. I had nitrous tanks in my house at one point.
Nitrous. That drug is scary.
Yeah, I remember doing that. I think me and Maria have done a lot of crazy nights before. But anyways,
Brian,
whoa, hey, we want to see that video.
So
no, I mean drug-wise.
It was pre-YouTube, so unfortunately there's no. Oh, who got food? I want some.
Oh, those guys are outside. Didn't Brendon Walsh order a hamburger?
He did?
Probably. You could just set it anywhere, but
The nachos you could just put in front of my face.
Yeah, right. Holy cow.
Those nachos are out of hand. I had them for the last couple weeks.
bring them over
Acoustic Hookah, it's a band.
yeah, here's a little bit of Acoustic Hookah.
They're a jam band, Sarah.
Yeah, they're just like the group of the.
I can never call them my name.
But they were good. They were like for Ohio back in the day when Jerry Garcia
Yeah,
died.
they're the biggest like.
And then Fish.
The biggest jam band in Ohio, Acousticuca.
God damn.
Huge fan base.
Did you ever get into jam bands, Sarah?
Jam bands?
Yeah.
Mm-mm. There's a cool band called Yacht Rock in Atlanta. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, that sounds exhilarating.
They do all these like cover songs as if you were like on a boat, and they dress in like 70s and sing all their songs. Pretty fun.
Whose nachos are these?
Yeah,
Yours.
everyone's.
You're like, put them in front of my face and we'll eat them right fucking now. Whose are these?
I think they're yours.
Where's that
That was
joint
the,
I had?
That was the not. I don't know. I could smoke weed now. I just had the best set of my ever.
Yeah, that was
This
a
had the
really
best set of
fun
my
set.
ever.
That was crazy. Yeah, thank you. It was very fun. And I'm sorry that I ran the light, but I was like in the middle of my joke when that light came on, and I was like, oh, I gotta finish it.
You do whatever you want to. There was another band.
I just came back from war. All right, so.
Yeah,
I'll
I wish you
fucking
never
do it.
went.
You do?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Why? Because I met my boyfriend there?
Yep.
No, I showed him the picture that you sent me. You texted me.
Oh.
With the lady whose boobs are 2 dicks.
What? Oh, yeah. I thought I
I
said that
can't
one.
figure out how to delete it on my iPhone. I have no
That's-
idea
it was,
how to get it off my message thing from you, except to delete all of our messages to each other.
This is Mo, who used to be one of my favorite bands growing up, jam band. And they have a song. They have shit.
That sounds like every jam band.
Yeah, but there's one song called Pinball.
You're a horrible person.
That.
You can't just say that.
Oh, there it is. Check this song out. I memorized this shit.
I say 3. I say potato and I say 3. You say potato and I say 3. You say potato and I say 3.
So glad I'm not listening.
Oh, I fucked up.
Yeah, you did.
I am a pinball machine. I can tell the difference between my belly button or navel, ping pong pool table or foosball table.
Yeah, jam band music was really weird.
Yeah, those are some really imaginative lyrics they're tossing out there.
Yeah.
Me and my buddies at the ping pong table.
Did you go pee yet?
Yeah, that was a while ago.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
So Maria, have you been going up a lot? Have you still doing comedy all the time, or all the time?
I mean, I was gone for 5 weeks, and I did comedy that whole time, and then you get back and you just try to get back in the swing of things.
Are you
Remind people you exist.
Do you do a lot of like the overseas stuff, like Sarah does, or do you do like?
I do a little bit of it. I've been on a couple tours with Armed Forces Entertainment. I don't think as much as Sarah, but yeah, that's the tour I just went on. I was in Europe for 17 days, and then I did a show in Paris for expats.
Is that
and I went to New York.
Ma'am?
Yeah, I went with Cardinale. Yeah.
Yeah, he asked me to do that.
And you also did a tour with
Ahmed.
Yeah, we went to Palestine.
Now, was
And,
Ahmed a good
Doha.
lover?
Never fucked him. I actually got that tour.
I like that you call it Palestine. I think everybody should.
It was Palestine.
What?
What is the joke there? Is this a Mideastern?
Because if you're from Israel, it's just Jerusalem.
Israel.
Oh.
But yeah, I didn't fuck him. And it turned out I got that tour through skill and through being funny. Weird. That's weird shit.
I wasn't being.
I got that to actually.
I wasn't being serious.
I'm just replying very.
I think that seems like because you're covering up something. So
I'm not covering up anything.
She was covering up everything there. She was in a burqa.
If I fucked Ahmed.
Did you fuck him once or twice?
I'd be pissed. If I fucked him,
Yeah, did you just scream Ahmed, or did every time you were like Ahmed?
That's not.
That's stupid.
If I fucked him, I'd be pissed off I wasn't on Sullivan and Son.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Sounds like you're pissed.
I'm not.
You're Egyptian, which is.
Can't I just go on a tour and be a girl and not have to have fucked someone to be there?
I'm just kidding. It was a quick joke. It's over. So, is there any other Egyptian comics other than yourself? Do you have
No.
like two other comics that you're like?
No Egyptian comics. I'm
So
the only
you
one
have-
who matters.
So you have like that fucking shit cornered. Like you can fucking do Egyptian material.
I don't actually. There's a lot of Egyptian comics who are very funny, and then in fact in Egypt, they're like comedy is spreading over there, and there's some really good comics coming up. I'm one of few Egyptian females. I'll give me that, but I'm getting some competition. It's actually kind of annoying.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you getting like
because there's like Middle Eastern, and it's not just Egyptian, but like Middle Eastern females are coming up, and they're very funny, and it's really threatening my spots around New York.
What's your discount at Pier 1?
What's my what?
He asked what your discount is at Pier 1.
I don't even know if that's Egyptian.
I don't even know. I'm like, that didn't make sense, but I'll just sit here and wait for the next
and not worth it.
Do you like my new glow lights? I got these like little glow rechargeable glow lights because I was like, you know what? I'm tired of like really bright lights.
You know what? I hardly ever wash my hands when I leave the bathroom.
Well, your vagina's the cleanest part, I hope.
But I felt kind of guilty about it sometimes, but most of the time I'm like, what is this whole obsession
With cleaning your hands after you pee, right?
I don't get it. Like,
dude, my dick is moisturized with the finest lotions. It's the cleanest part of my body, 100%.
I just like feel like you wash up if like you get into a situation where you feel like you need to.
What, you're gonna like come out and touch all of our hands and stuff, and you just like dabbled your diddle? Or
So
whatever?
what?
Like,
You got a little pussy on your hand. What's wrong with that? I would love to have a little pussy on
But
my
I
hand.
just feel like
Well,
we
that's,
do so
you
many
know.
disgusting things. Like really, it's like
We do.
I just feel like I build up my immunity by not washing my hands all the time. I feel like that like discharges. I don't want to say discharge, but like it just like makes me less susceptible to disease. And like I can't believe there's
like
nothing
never
I
getting a
hate
flu
more than
shot?
seeing urine on a toilet seat because that means a woman has hovered and not cleaned up about it over herself. Because I always sit down like a gentleman.
You sit down on the toilet seat unprotected?
I do.
I do also
All the
because you know
time.
why? That toilet is fucking cleaned every night. Guess when
It
the last
really
time my toilet was cleaned? Like 3 months ago.
Exactly.
And I'll
Like,
fucking
I
lick
feel
my
like,
toilet.
You are so afraid of
have people from all over the place.
That's awful.
But you are less likely to get a disease from a toilet seat than from a blowjob.
Really?
Yes,
That has to
likely.
be true. You're right.
It's absolutely true. So I just don't understand why we can have.
Well, you
dicks in
probably
our
sit on
mouth,
a lot
but we
more
can't
toilet
sit
seats
down on
than
a goddamn
blowjobs
toilet seat
received,
like
you
a
know?
Human
Not with
being.
Sarah.
What?
And I just don't understand.
Yeah, I get that.
I don't
And
care.
I also, my favorite thing is like, no, you can get herpes from tanning beds. And I'm like, oh, that sounds like somebody that has herpes.
Yeah, exactly. Only somebody who has it and is trying to blame it on tanning beds and not the disgusting things they did with someone in downtown LA.
Never been downtown.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I've been hanging out with downtown LA a lot lately, just because my friend Ryan Keeley lives there, and she turned me on to like the downtown
Art walk?
bar, just the bar scene.
It's
and
great.
It's amazing. It's
It's
the
so
best
amazing.
bars and the best people. The people
Have
are
you been
like.
to 7 Grand, the
No.
whiskey bar? It's phenomenal.
No, have you been to?
And there's a cigar bar upstairs.
Drink and Draw yet?
No.
Every
But have you
Thursday?
been to the one that's a bank with all
Yes,
the vaults?
I have
It's
been there.
phenomenal. And they have all these speakeasies and crazy drinks. It's really nice.
What about the Edison, which is an
Yeah.
old electric
Phenomenal.
company
Yeah.
that they turned into a bar? And anyways, my point is that downtown's amazing as fuck. But the thing I noticed about downtown is that you can walk one block and die. Or
Yeah.
those people will come and walk that block that you're at and kill you.
Yeah.
And that's the part I don't like about it because
It is still growing.
it is, yeah, but it still has this weird vibe about it that like it's not 100% safe at all. It's
awful.
pretty dangerous.
My friend Ali lives in Little Tokyo, but she lives like right on San Pedro Street, which is a couple blocks from normal areas, and then there's tents everywhere and homeless people everywhere. It's terrifying going there. Like you can walk to the fun parts during the day maybe, but like at night, no.
No.
And like she lives in this building that's all like covered in security, and there's fences and barbed wire and shit. I call it her last name is Breen. I call it the Breen Zone, like the green zone.
There's this amazing tea room in Little Tokyo called the Chato Tea Room that serves high tea, and they always have Groupons for it, and it's like the coolest, most sweetest little patio ever in the middle of downtown LA.
High tea with a Groupon. Nothing says higher tea.
It was awesome. Crumpets.
So you got a new boyfriend when you're out of town.
Yes, I did.
And
you've known him 3 days. You're getting married.
I'm getting
6
married.
hours.
Yeah, so it seems like so far that this is like one of those things where you meet somebody and it was like meant to be. You're my lost soldier. We're gonna get tattoos behind our ears of triangles, and we're both.
It was just love at first sight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a new relationship before?
It was in the sights of his rifle, actually.
Of course,
But
I've been in a new relationship.
And every relationship feels like that, right?
I think it's a little bit like.
Where are you going?
It might be a little case of absence makes the heart grow fonder because we have to talk over Skype and.
It's the worst shit ever.
But it's like when you just meet somebody that does everything that you want and you have those. It's like getting to know someone by having conversations as opposed to it being physical right away, and like there's no like wine and dine situation. It's all just like we're having legitimate conversations about our lives and what we want and what's happened to us in our past.
That's cool.
It's really cool, actually.
I mean, new relationships are always really cool. It just seems that it's very interesting whenever somebody does that over from a distance. Like I've met so many people where I'm like, yeah, I would totally go down that street if I lived here, or because there is that weird thing where you, even though it's amazing and it's awesome, and then you go on that one date and you're like, oh shit, or they bring up that one thing, you're like, fuck, that just destroyed everything. Yeah. And that's the best thing about dating local, because I've dated a girl where we dated for a year and we Skyped and texted online, and I thought it was the most amazing thing ever. And then I flew her out here, and she lived with me, and it went for a year where it was kind of the same thing, and it was pretty awesome and amazing. But then it just, didn't work.
Why didn't it work?
Mostly because I took her out of her safe zone, which is her family and friends, and she moved with me. It didn't work out. LA is one of the hardest fucking places to live in the world.
By the way, how long have you been dating this guy?
A month.
Doesn't it worry you a little bit? Don't you feel like it's a little bit like pregnancy? Like you should wait 3 months before you start like bragging about it?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because you've already, at the beginning of this podcast, I noticed one of the first things you said was your boyfriend. It was in the UFC or MMA or something like that. And I was like, wow, you're already doing that. And like, I personally have been burnt by the long distance thing. And, it's something to really, really think about hardcore.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, it's going to be put to the test once he gets here.
You do realize I'm saying this because, like, every single guy that knows you, they're in love with you, which is ridiculous. Because no, I'm being serious, Sarah. The bartender here is in love with you, and he told me to tell you that high for you, and you know who I'm talking about. We've talked about it on the past podcast before. Oh, yeah. The bartender here. And how me and him both came to the conclusion that we had a crush on you and we were going to marry you. and then now I told him I wasn't going to say that hi for him, and he got mad and he said he wanted to fight me in the parking lot. But anyways, what my point is that there is a lot of fucking guys out here that fucking love you to death. It seems really weird that the second you leave town, you find somebody immediately. You're like, fucking, we're getting married. I haven't
been putting myself out there, Redban. In the last year, I've said, I was like, no, I won't date comics. No, I won't date people in my circle. No, I won't do this. No, I won't do that. And I was finally like, you know what? Like, I'm 34 years old. And I have to quit anticipating what my future is going to look like, and I should just start dating whoever comes to me and who's ever in my life, and start taking more chances. And like, if it's a comic or someone that hangs around in the scene, like whatever, like I'm not going to be opposed to anything anymore, because I'm going to let life dictate my life, like the universe dictate it. And so I literally made that bet with Jason Tebow and at the store, and I was like, yeah, I guarantee I won't be in a relationship by April 1st, and I gave up on it, and that's...
And you had to fuck Tebow.
No, I haven't. I owe him a pair of shoes.
Yeah, he did that same thing
but
to fucking...
But I'm just saying that, like, it's like nothing's final until it's final, but I've literally put myself out there to tons of men, and I feel like everyone's had an opportunity, and when people ask me out, I say yes, because I felt like, why am I going to be turning down something that the universe is bringing to me? So I just stopped doing that. And this happened to just fall into my lap.
And
So
the
we'll see
reason
what
why
happens.
I brought this up because Davey Johnson, I don't know if you know him from the Bone Zone, but he's been asking about you with an X.
No.
I said it wrong. I can't say it like
with
his.
an X.
With an X.
What do you mean?
And he found out about you dating this new guy, and he seemed pretty brokenhearted about the whole thing. He didn't want me to fucking pan or even bring this up, but he doesn't like this new guy in your relationship. You know, you met this guy when you're overseas, and now you're in love with him, and you broke his heart because he just
Broke
got
my
to know
heart.
you.
I'm going back to watch the show. I just stopped in to see if my chicken nachos were delivered, and he hit me with this shit.
These are your nachos? I thought they were his.
Are they chicken nachos?
Yeah, they're your nachos.
I had some.
Are there chicken on those nachos?
There's chicken.
There's only a third of them gone.
I'm sorry.
You find a new guy, and you guys eat my chicken nachos?
Just devastating night.
Oh man, I feel terrible.
He's okay.
Davey just came back
Take
in the
'em.
room and said,
Take them out of here.
Take them. I will eat them all.
said, "I'm taking the nachos, you fucking cunts." And then he said
We
that
should order more though. How can we
his,
order
yeah.
more?
he just called them all.
We call the waitress. They're good.
And he just called all women in comedy whores.
He did?
Yeah, Davey just said that when he.
Can we
That's
request
insane.
a waitress?
Whose burger is that?
That's actually
Poor little
Brendon's.
Skinny Tony, so hungry.
Brendon ordered that, but it's probably gonna get cold by the time
Yeah,
it
you
gets
might
here.
as well
Maybe
eat it.
you should
He
just
can
eat
order
it.
another
Order
one.
him another one.
He can order.
Just eat that one and order another one. So when he
Make
gets
sure
up-
the kitchen's open.
Do you
'cause it
think
is
people
12:50.
are really going to be upset that I have a isn't that the whole goal of
No, we do not want to know anything about your personal life and when it doesn't work out. We want to know Sarah as available. And we want to make sure every time we talk to Sarah that there's just a
But
chance
why is
that we
that?
could fucking
Because-
suck on your sweet asshole.
But why is that? Because I feel like I've
That's-
said I
that's out of
am
hand.
available for the whole time I've been on this, and yet nobody has come in my direction.
But you know why?
Did they
Why?
get this show?
Because there's so many people coming at your direction. We don't want to step on any of our friends' toes. That's probably
What do
why.
you mean your friend's toes?
Nothing.
Are you talking about Pete?
No. I'm just
Pete and I went
I was
on a
trying to
date.
get the.
Where's this podcast going? This
Why
is
don't we talk
terrible.
about that, Pete? We went on a date.
Yeah.
Because Pete finally asked me out, and I
Uh-huh.
said yes.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. That's my.
And you know what? You had a
And
fun time, didn't you?
I had a great time.
Yeah, we had fun.
Yeah.
We're friends. Everything's cool. Like, he keeps bringing this up.
But that's okay.
You know
it
why?
should be brought up.
You know why? It should be brought up because I think that Pete really, really likes you a lot.
Well, that's the,
and I had to feel the pain of the fucking day when Pete found out about it, and I
Really?
it broke,
No,
it broke
I
me
think
into
he's
pieces.
We're all uncomfortable right
no,
now.
he's blown it out of.
Saturating.
Did my mic get muted? He's blown it out of proportion. I had people
All right,
calling
Vincent.
me.
People were calling you
People
to
were
tell
calling
me that
me,
I was.
and like
I had a
Rick.
boy-
No, and like Rick stopped over because Redban told everyone that I was like devastated.
You were devastated. Were you
No.
not devastated?
No, I mean it wasn't.
Yes, you were. You
No,
said if
I
you-
wa- I was
you
just
said
like,
you said if
it
you had a
was
gun in your
disappointing.
house, you'd be dead.
He's making shit up.
No,
but
I'm not.
You are.
No, you're not. No, I'm not. You said that.
Is this?
No, I
can
didn't
this
say
be
that.
seen in Djibouti? Do they get Death Squad in Djibouti?
I can't
'Cause
talk
that's-
about
that's
who.
where-
You know what though? But because of all that
No,
shit,
I did not say that.
You didn't say that you were upset about it?
Pete is so upset about it, and it breaks my little fucking heart.
It breaks his heart more than it breaks my
Yeah,
heart.
It breaks my
Whatever,
heart
you're
because
lying.
I've seen Pete.
You know,
like fucking
I was
go
most
through
upset
this.
about throwing out all my Skechers.
We had a really nice time. We went on a great date to a Mexican restaurant. And
What
Pete picked
happened,
me up.
Sarah? What happened?
What do you mean what happened?
Why didn't you date Pete?
I did.
Wait, you also went to the Renaissance
Seriously.
Festival.
But
And we went to the Renaissance. That was
Well,
the first.
yeah,
that's
I'm just
another one?
I'm super lame.
And I keep driving him home and he won't have sex.
What?
That's your problem.
That was the
That
one.
is- wait, whose problem
7
is that?
times.
That's your. Okay.
She had a black and blue mark on her wrist from
Oh.
giving him an intense hand job.
Whoa.
Bruised her jerk off wrist.
I had a great time, and then
No,
and
no.
then I went overseas.
We had fun. We're both cool. It's fine. Like it's what I've said 100 times. But
Has
he keeps
to be
bringing
fine.
it
You're
up.
on
Like
the air.
I just thought
fine off
to.
the air.
It's
There's
all
no
it's all fair with you two. Renaissance fair.
like yeah. I don't know what the big deal is.
This is a Pete
We're just
episode,
dealing with
heavy
your
episode.
broken heart, Pete. We're so sorry. That it
That's
didn't
not-
work out. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Pete. I
It's
really
not,
am
no,
sorry.
it's not how it
Tony's sorry,
Why is this
Brian's
happening?
sorry.
It's not how it goes.
Why is this happening to me?
This is the worst. Like, I already felt shitty because people were calling me and stopping by my house, and I'm like, what are you guys
But
talking about?
they were literally calling you to tell you that I was unavailable?
No, literally
Because
calling
people
me.
knew?
No, to console me because Brian was drunk one night at the store and told everybody that I was like wanting to kill myself because you found a dude. So everyone's calling me and texting me and stopping by my house.
To make sure that you weren't going to
Okay,
kill
let me talk.
yourself?
Let me talk
Are you
slower.
gonna kill yourself? I'm so sorry.
No.
That's sad.
Well,
No,
it took
it
you a
had-
year to
there's
ask
nothing.
me out,
You'll meet
so it's going to
somebody.
take you a
There's
year
nothing
to
like
You're gonna
this.
meet someone who loves you.
This doesn't have anything to do with me.
Pete,
She'll
It
want to
does
hold
everything.
you.
we
and
all
be
love
with
you.
I love
Maria,
her.
you should
I
go
love
out
her
with him.
cat.
He is a wonderful date.
Well,
No, I'm a
let's not
terrible
just
person.
get crazy here.
Yeah.
Let's
And
just all
he
calm
can
down.
put up a fucking
Actually,
shelf.
I know Maria.
And I
You can put up a
I
shelf.
know how to put up
He's
a
a
shelf.
man. Like, he can clean his pool.
I can-
He has, like, adult...
I can change the
don't try to
filter and the
pass your
heater.
like seconds onto me.
Pete.
That's
Oh,
okay.
damn.
Pete.
I wouldn't say
Oh, I ain't trying
second.
to
I think
pick
it's
you up
first.
anyway.
I
What?
think
Okay.
it's first. I think Pete's a great guy. There are so many great guys out there. I just needed someone to take initiative, and somebody finally did.
Look at this.
Oh, look at poor Davey.
People are like texting me.
Davey walks in. This is really uncomfortable for Davey.
Yeah, it's really terrible. Why'd you do that?
Bring your nachos over here.
No.
My guy?
A murderer?
A green beret. Yeah. It is true.
So it's really uncomfortable here at Death Squad. Davey and Randy are
You
back.
made it that way.
And no.
You made it that way.
No,
Stop
he did.
Crying.
He dropped the whole.
But Davey's back, and he, just found out the unfortunate news that Sarah Tiana is now off the market. And Davey, when you first heard about it, how did it make you feel?
Well, Brian.
Made me feel bored.
Whoa.
Deleting the picture of you that I just
That's
took.
no-gi Randy is
That's
what they
fine.
call him.
No, Gee Randy is much more aggressive than Gee Randy. Gee Randy's uncomfortable in his own skin because he's never worn one before. Go ahead, delete. I'll probably untag myself. I look fat sideways.
You think I would tag it on my Facebook? Is that honestly what you think?
I don't
I
know.
think I'd be like, oh, this is such an important photo.
I don't know what you'd think because you're a stranger. We've met once.
We haven't met once. I drank your whiskey last time.
I know. This is the second time we've met. So,
So
we've
that's
met once.
twice.
Sarah
We've
used
met
to call
twice.
Hey, what the fuck?
That's what I used to call what?
That's what Sarah would call blowjobs.
The fuck are
when
you
she gave me
doing?
Blowjobs.
Hi, we've
You
met.
think
Suck a
hi,
dick.
Drinking whiskey.
Maria,
Drink the
when
old
did we
No, it's crosstalk.
You were at my apartment one time. Crosstalk. Hey,
Crosstalk.
hey, check out. These two girls are shorter than me. It's visually funny. If you look at the Maria's not happy.
It is.
No, it's okay. I actually see myself in these video cameras. I'm
You
like, I'm
need
like not
me
a real
to be
person.
funny all the time, huh?
What's that?
Could you be on more, please?
On more? What?
On more
Are you,
What?
Are you both attacking me?
On more what? Huh?
Well, either
Like
way,
Maria's attacking
I'm
me.
here. You all have to deal with it.
I'm just fucking around, guys.
You've been to my apartment.
Put your
Maria,
gi
remember?
back on.
No, I don't remember. Was it for
Wait.
a party with Ed Galvez and your roommate Kurt Neal?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
then
yes, happened.
my roommate. I don't remember that. Was it your roommate?
You ever date
Was he
Kurt
your
Neal?
Did
roommate?
you,
I don't know.
just describe me and my roommate together?
Maria, did you ever date Kurt Neal?
No, I never dated Kurt Neal. Why is he somebody
you?
who dates everybody? Would I?
He's on the market.
Oh, he's pretty cute.
Yeah.
All right, everybody chill out. Everybody chill out.
We've
Maria.
been chilling out.
I can tell. I walked into a silent room.
Also, Maria, I guess now I'm on the market.
What do you mean, you guys? Oh, because Sarah's not available?
Yeah.
No thanks.
Damn.
Well,
I'm sick of your second,
Immediate-
Sarah.
No.
I'm sick of them.
No, I was saying
Maria's
we should go
getting
out
really
together and be
hostile.
wingmen.
She is.
Wing people for each other.
Very hostile.
I think I asked Maria out like 3 years ago.
You did?
Did you?
what are you? What, you and your roommate? I've never met you. You and your roommate. Come on, that's funny callback.
You need to go outside the comedy circle. You honestly do.
Sorry.
You need to go outside the
Why?
comedy circle because you are sleeping with too many people inside the
No,
circle. and
no,
they
I haven't.
talk.
It's done.
But then they talk.
Yeah, and that's why they keep
Weird.
wanting to sleep with me because they talk to each other.
Is that a
Oh, is that right?
Oh, shit.
So because people talk, it's incentive.
Jeez.
Just
Anyways.
What's going on here?
Everybody
I don't know.
walked
No,
into
who are
a
we-
room
who
of
are we
attacking.
No, I want
are
to
we
know why
talking
Pete
right now?
thinks he's good in bed. I want to know why.
Because he is. I've fucked that
He
dude
comes-
like 3 times.
He comes every time.
Finally, you chime in.
He's fucking great at it. Once you do it enough, you know exactly how to do it.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's like good to the other person.
I haven't had sex in like 3 months.
No.
Who was the last person?
Why don't you say
I hate
why?
when people say that. Like, that's a big deal. 3
Yeah.
months.
It's a long
Who
time.
was the
Not
last
big of a deal.
person?
Why don't you say why, Pete?
Why?
Yeah.
Just because well, there was this one crazy bitch that like came in from the internet and like stayed the
She
weekend
came
and
out of the internet.
Yeah, like
came out of the internet through a screen.
like that one movie.
Weird
and
science.
just really
Stay
just
tuned.
turned me off
Stay
to the whole
tuned.
bringing chicks home and fucking them thing. So I was just like, I'm going to stop bringing chicks home and fucking them, and I'm going to try to meet girls and talk to them.
I always come onto the internet. Come on!
This is Randy when he's off, ladies.
Yeah. When I'm on, I'm a
that.
very low energy comedy, joke stylings, one-liners.
You do comedy?
Good one. Good one. Yeah, you should have been in the room. You should have been. How was your guys' set?
Sarah's just looking
My
how to
set
fuck
was
her way
the
up in the
bomb.
ring. She was just asking.
There's no
for
way
a
I can
career
fuck
advice.
my way up to a producer credit in here, so I'm out.
What?
Is that what you're
Hey,
aspiring
wait,
to?
wait,
to
wait,
be
wait, wait,
producer?
wait, wait.
Absolutely.
Sarah,
Really?
Yeah.
you want to be producer?
He's a
Yeah,
producer.
I want to work less.
Okay, well that's really easy to do. Why don't you come? We'll talk. We'll meet tomorrow. We'll go to the Olive Garden.
You just have to define.
Olive Garden.
You just have to define what you want to produce, because you've produced.
Babies.
You can produce a lot of things. Like you produced me and you having awkward moment. Produce that.
Did I produce that?
Yeah,
You
of
don't
course.
think you sat down
good at
and
that.
generated that on your
Okay.
own regard?
Okay. All right. Well, does anybody want to go next door and start a different podcast?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
There's an access door. Let's do it.
Live squad.
There's extra equipment in the
Is there a
Tupperware
reason
bin.
why when we walked in here, like it seemed, were you guys
Everyone's
being attacked?
being
You're like very
fucking negative.
defensive. Yeah.
No, I was being attacked.
Being attacked.
I was being attacked.
Oh my God, I was being attacked.
We were
It was me.
Funny you should mention it.
we were attacking Pete because we wanted to make this a Pete heavy episode because Pete needs more Twitter followers because he's a
Oh,
really
Jesus.
funny.
Come on.
This episode's all about Twitter followers. We're pandering to you guys.
No,
so that
Pete.
can have
The
Twitter
actual
followers.
truth is that Pete is a hilarious motherfucker, and he
is.
needs love. And ladies, I want you to hit your vaginas on this man, and I want you to understand that he's got a huge fucking hog.
No, I don't.
And Maria
not
Shehata
important.
I
wants
love
him.
that there was an and after. I want you to put your vagina
Yeah.
on this
saying
man.
that
and
huge dicks are
other
important.
things. Wait,
No.
what? Wait,
Maria
what?
thinks that it's important, and I think Maria and
like
Pete
this,
need to go
upside
together
down.
to a date. Yeah, upside down.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
I
4
gotta,
inches,
I gotta,
but
hang
oddly
on.
conical shaped and.
I got
Girthy. What?
you. You're acting like a fucking cunt on the show. Fuck off.
You cunt.
Stop eating, you ugly pig.
Oh, hey.
They're talking to me. They're mistaking me for you.
No,
That's
I don't think
terrible.
so. I don't think so. I think I'm gonna go home and cry.
Oh, no.
Why don't we just have a
go home and
conversation
cry.
where let's just have a level playing field and chill out. I walked into a room.
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. Let's talk about something really important, like like baseball or something.
Fuck baseball.
I know. I don't know anything about baseball,
Me
but I'm
neither.
just saying, you created a weird feel right when Davey and I walked in, where it's like bad news.
Well, I don't know if it was created when we walked in, but it was just like we jumped
we
into
walked
it.
into it.
We walked into it. Were you guys being? What was going on as far as were people attacking people? Not attacking, but were they just getting personal about things, or
I
like,
was being called an ugly cunt. So
by
That was
people
on the
here or
internet,
people
not in
online?
here.
Online.
No, those are the stupid idiots that are online.
No.
We were
Listen,
talking about the date.
I'm not
one
saying
in
every-
2,000
Yeah, Red-
had a date
people is
and
going
we
to
were
say
talking
something.
about
Yeah, Redban was trying to
Hey,
bring
Dave.
up.
Davey, are
We
you?
and
Are
Pete
you?
had a date.
Does your Dave? Does your phone connect to the internet? Are you online right now?
I'm online right now.
Why?
Why are you tweeting Maria right now?
No.
Here's what happens, guys.
Oh, you thought I was the guy that
People
did that?
watch this, and then people reach out to the people that are doing it. Not everybody, and not everybody watches it live. So you're reading one tweet out of however many thousand people are watching this, probably between 1,000 and 2,000 people.
Hey, everybody
1 in
out there
2,000.
who appreciates Maria for her intellectual and physical beauty that she has, tweet her some positive
this
energy.
is gonna result in bad tweets.
No, just listen. I'm
It's
trying
not gonna be
to.
good.
I mean, it's going to be a lot of guys trying to come on to you, but
That's fine.
But like, let her know what a beautiful person she is throughout. Not just. I'm not talking about
Oh.
You're yelling.
sexual.
And from earlier when
You're
I'm
yelling!
going to scream this.
You're yelling!
Maria's
also
a fucking
funny.
beautiful person. Sarah's a beautiful person.
Guys,
Randy's a beautiful
guys,
person.
we don't need
Redban's a beautiful person.
Everyone just-
Pete, I don't know.
Hey, come on, man.
I've just met him, and it's not.
We've met like 20 times.
looks wise, I'd say you're beautiful, but I don't know what's on the inside.
It's terrible. I'm dark on the
what's in your
inside.
heart?
Ask Sarah. I'm a terrible person, right? She said that like 5
Pete
times.
is
a
not.
day.
For the record, Pete
sometimes.
is not a terrible person. Pete is the most amazing person in this room.
Threesome?
He's got nicest eyes that I've seen on a person for a while.
Thanks.
He's got a very kind eyes.
I feel like threesomes are kind of like dirtier than me.
What? Well, you asked. It's not like I just volunteered.
I'm glad that you answered honestly.
Why would I lie?
At this point, I don't know.
That's your dream, is to have a threesome? Is that it?
No, he's already had them. That's what we were talking
You've
about.
had them?
No, she asked.
How many times have you had threesomes? Just be honest.
Dozens?
Dozens?
I'm 35.
Oh,
I haven't had threesome one. I haven't had threesome one, and I am 33.
I'm 34. I've never had a threesome.
I've been involved in a lot of circles where we do lots of drugs and acid and stuff, and there's
Technically, it's
you
a
know
triangle. You can't make a circle out of a three.
whatever.
Was it the Eiffel Tower? Were you doing that?
No.
What's the
But-
Eiffel Tower?
One in the front, one behind. High fiving in the middle.
I've never had a threesome with another dude in the room. I'm not
Never
looking at
dudes,
dicks.
always girls.
It was always outdoors. Is what he's trying to say.
Are you saying, is that true?
What?
You've never had a guy in the room in a threesome?
Never.
Right there.
You're so lucky I didn't eat that shit.
We want your fries.
Yeah, go for it. There's ranch dressing.
Hey, Brendon.
They're not close
right
enough.
here.
No, I'm gonna eat a fucking burger.
I know, but I want to watch you eat a burger close to me.
It's gonna be animalistic.
Yeah, change the conversation, Brendon.
Why?
What?
You've never
Why?
had a guy in the room for a threesome.
No. Why do I want to look at another guy's dick? Who wants to
I'm
do
just
that?
You don't have to look at it. Why don't you just appreciate what it is that you're trying to enjoy in there? You can avert your eyes from whatever you.
No, but I just don't need to do that.
It's like parents who won't turn off the TV for their kids when they're watching terrible programming. You got to just turn it off in your head.
Yeah, but I don't need to like.
You don't know what the hot hole is until you open your eyes.
You gotta look. I mean, you're gonna look. You're gonna look.
Yeah, I'm not into it.
Yeah, but you're gonna look.
But it's been around you?
What?
I'm saying, like, you're saying I wouldn't look, but it's
No,
been
no,
around
I'm
you,
not.
so
I
in
just
this
have
situation,
never
you
done
didn't
it.
Look.
No.
Never had a guy in the room
No.
for a threesome.
Were you
What
ever?
about a foursome?
No, I've never had
Have
a
you had a
foursome.
foursome?
No.
Have you had a fivesome?
Yes, I've had.
All right, well, it was 7, but
Well, I don't know what that is, CSA.
I've had two threesomes.
Really?
2 threesomes.
With
and
any
they were
guys?
both in Ohio. I think Ohio, you just have more threesomes.
well, I dated a girl for a while that was
Ohio.
bi, and she would always bring girls.
Oh.
Interesting.
So it's,
Marie, you never had a threesome?
What?
You never had a threesome?
he said it.
That means
Oh,
yes.
that's avoidance.
That's avoidance.
She doesn't have to talk about it if she doesn't want to. She's a beautiful person, and everyone should tweet that to
I'm
her.
beautiful.
Let her know how
Hey,
wonderful she is.
somebody tell me.
Let's
Yeah,
just.
And
I'll
don't
tweet
just,
it to you.
just-
What's your
don't
Twitter?
just focus on her rockin' her rockin' personality as well, guys.
Let's have it. Let's just
And
not
if you
talk
ask
about
politely,
Twitter.
maybe you could get her to have a threesome with you and a friend of yours.
Yeah,
So,
we know that maybe she has had one before too. So you. I've never.
Yeah, I get
Never
never
had
more
one.
hate mail.
I've never had a.
more.
Oh.
I've never had a twosome. Oh. My point that I was trying to make earlier is the type of person that reaches out to someone, you know what I mean? The type of person that's going to tweet to you isn't necessarily what defines what everyone is thinking.
Right.
So
Just
whether
one
it be
person.
positive or negative, let's say out of 1,000 people, 100 people will tweet to you. That 100 people, their opinions don't represent the whole group. It represents the type of person that would reach out. So if one person out of that many people reach out, then that's fucking life.
My
So
mind
let's
just
not
blew
dwell.
up.
Yeah, that
You know what I mean? Let's say this goes on the
feeling.
internet on iTunes and a bunch of people listen to it. There are tons of people that listen to this that don't contact us daily. So
You're blowing my mind right now.
let's just cheer up.
My favorite game on
I'm
The Price
fine.
is Right was always the yodeler guy.
I have that song on my iTunes somewhere on my iPod. The yodeling song.
Really?
Yeah.
The
that's a good
cliffhanger.
song.
How long does it go on?
Yodelay,
Yodelay,
yodelay.
yodelay.
Do you have
Pretty good
it?
yodeler. I didn't even know that.
Bum, bum, ba-dang.
You You know who's a good yodeler?
Redban is a professional yodeler. Not a lot of people know that.
He's wearing the hat.
That's what started the whole thing.
What do you mean? Who's a good yodeler?
Wasn't like Jewel? Remember Jewel?
Oh, yeah,
Jewel, yeah. He does that.
Jewel's a yodeler. You're from the Northwest. You got to fucking.
I remember
this for you?
Jewel on Regis and
No,
Kelly one
no,
time at
straight,
Christmas, and and her mom came on with her, and Regis started talking to her mom, and Jewel goes, "I'll just be over here while you guys talk about me." And it was like this
Was it
total
funny or
diva
no?
moment. It was amazing.
It was real. It wasn't like funny.
I want to learn roping and ride. Want to ride on a plain and desert west of the Great Divide.
I honestly love this type of music.
She's 9 years old.
As the sun sets in the west, I want to be a cowboy sweetheart. I love the best.
Why'd she leave you?
Look,
That looks like where I went to college.
I didn't.
Well, it's just in the middle.
I didn't
bunch
leave
of
her.
wheat fields. It was in Washington, but
Washington State.
Washington State, y'all.
Beautiful.
Just in the middle of the rolling fields of wheat.
You should show the
Oh, I'm
picture.
good. I can't smoke anymore.
What picture?
Oh,
Of the threesome?
Pete drew what his feelings are right now of Sarah on
No.
this piece of paper, and this is what it looks like. It's not her. But
What is that?
it's pretty sweet though, actually.
Is that a heart?
This is what Pete wrote when he took over while I was on stage. But look how crazy
Did
that
you make
is.
that wet spot on the left side of it too?
If you guys get
Those
that,
as tears.
That's cum.
if
Hey,
you guys
show
get
the
that,
picture of you where you're sucking
This-
the big black dick.
No, then this is what I originally drew Pete, and I made his dick really big because I was happy. You know, I wanted him to feel happy, and then he decided to draw this, which is me in a dick near my mouth.
Is that Freddy Krueger sucking a dick?
No, he made me look really ugly, and he gave me like some crazy
He's
shit.
got the cat shirt.
And then he wrote, "I love black cock." But see, I drew this line that went right in between me saying it, and I wrote rubber wall, so that when he says it, it actually went into Pete's
It bounces.
mouth. And so he put black cock in his mouth. So I don't know if Pete knew that.
But
and
even
I'm
with the
glad
rubber-
that he wanted me to show this. And
Even
I
with
wrote-
the rubber wall, there's still a dick on the other side.
What is at the top? It says Tony.
Oh, you're right. I didn't put
There.
a fucking invisible wall.
if you guys get any of that, if you guys get any of that tattooed,
What?
you'll get into any Pete performance for free from here until infinity.
Yeah, there are many. I'm
That'd be
performing
the-
all over every time. All
The
the time.
worst gimmick ever. Like, get
Yeah.
into my show free if you get a tattoo based on a joke of mine.
A doodle
like
that I did at a show.
the comic that wants people to get tattoos.
Doodle that I did sounds
Yeah.
funny.
A doodle that I did.
That should
There's
be
Death
one
Squad
word.
tattoos out there, right, Brian?
Doodle that
Yeah, I
did.
think there was just like the 10th one. Somebody tweeted recently that he got on his leg. And
Government's
that's
tracking
freaks
him,
me
right?
out. It's
Yeah.
the first new logo, or the one with the Spyro.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, that'd be really kind of. You have to make sure that your logo is what you want to keep for a while. Once you know that. people
No,
are
the
tattooing
first
it.
person that did it, which I think was Monkey Todd, maybe.
They had
who's,
the beta
Oh,
logo.
yeah.
He had the beta logo, which is actually the original logo, but I never liked something about it, so I changed it to this new like Tron black, whatever.
Cock.
No. What's the shit?
He's
What's that movie?
supposed to-
The Disney movie, the Black
Black Hole.
Black Hole. Remember Black Hole? And it had that one guy that like kind of floated. That had like he was like a robot that floated. It was
He had
like
those like big cartoony
legs.
eyes.
Yeah, the big cartoony eyes and the legs that kind of stuck out like
Yeah.
like a V.
Yeah.
So I based like a new logo based on him, and so the cat just looks like a robot cat. I don't know if I have a sticker. I don't know if I can show it right now.
He was supposed to draw
But-
me a logo, but he hasn't.
But
I told you I do. My computer's hooked up right now.
I switched it the day after he got that tattoo. I switched it to the new logo.
Oh no!
And I was like, dude, sorry, man. I almost was like, should I not do this? But then I was like,
Snot?
wait, what? I can't do that. I felt
Let's not
bad.
do it.
Oh man.
Why are you
Well, it just shows that he was into when it was indie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got indie cred with that tattoo.
Can you imagine the guys that have the tattoos of like the first logo of like Burger King? Or
Yeah, they still get
do you guys
free
have fast
burgers.
food tattoos? I do. I mean, I keep it current though. Like I have a great guy that laser removes all the old shit.
I had this guy.
I got a
tattoo
Hardee's
my
tattoo.
name.
A guy had a tattoo of your name.
Well, he had this USMC tattoo on the side of his body,
Yeah.
United States Marine Corps. So I took the S and I wrote my name on it, and then
Wait,
he got
you
it
did?
tattooed.
Damn.
Really? Wait,
bet-
when did he was a fan that wanted you to sign his body?
Uh-huh.
I bet there are tons. Listen, I bet there are tons of people out there that have our names tattooed on them. Like, just happens to be
Randy and Davey.
Like, I should have never Google image searched Randy tattoo. I bet there's tons of people that have Randy tattooed on
Davey
them.
tattoo.
That'd be amazing. Look it up.
I want a tattoo of you in your costume.
Costume, yeah. My
You called it your costume.
well,
That's what you called it.
That's because I have lots of costumes, and that happens to be one of them.
One of them.
Yeah, I'll see if I can return it.
What are your other costumes?
I have a lady costume.
A lady costume?
Do lady
What is your
Davey-
lady costume?
We're doing the Naughty Show this month, Davey
As
and
our
I.
women characters.
As
Nice.
ladies, yeah.
Yeah.
We have these lady characters that come on and try to get all the girls to dyke out with us.
It's girls who have given up on men.
It's the Naughty Show. We have
and
to do
then
something like
they
that.
try to get women to kiss them, and so it's basically
but
just
we
two
have-
dudes trying to make out.
I have a
with
beard,
everyone in the
and Davey
audience.
has a mustache.
You wonder why you're single with your...
I never wonder why I single.
never
I
wonder?
know. No,
I know exactly why.
But people find it
Attack,
fucking
attack,
hilarious.
attack!
I give up any sort of sexual release
Davey,
for,
don't
peop-
listen
for
to
the
them.
for
Who
the
cares?
joy of the audience. No,
What
it's
a
not worth
catch.
it. It's not worth it. It's
Not
not
worth
worth. It's not worth being sexual if you can't be. If it inhibits your
predator?
creativity. A predator.
Jeez. Let's just
Jeez,
be
you're
open
putting
and tell
labels on
stories,
me.
and then have people shoot us down.
Yeah, you're like.
Oh, I think you guys are lovely.
We'll take. Oh, did I get? Are we cool?
Are we cool?
What?
Cool.
Are we cool?
And the
Oh,
audio
cool.
cut out for a second.
I
We'll
think
take
so,
off.
yeah.
We'll leave.
I think
You
you're
want to take
cool.
off, Dave?
What?
Do you want to take off?
I'm tired.
Do you really want to
man.
take off?
I don't know.
I'm eating french fries. I should leave.
All right, yeah, I'll take off. So Maria,
Is
what's your Twitter? Where are you at? Where can we find you?
At Maria Shehata.
Spell that out.
MARIASHEHATA.
Cool. And Randy Liedtke, you're Randy Liedtke on Twitter. And I'm
It's
sorry
spelled
about
weird.
tonight. I'm sorry about tonight. I know that you wanted to fight Joe Rogan.
No, I didn't want to fight him tonight.
Well, we should
July
have weighed
4th.
in.
Well,
your,
the thing
your
is,
entrance was great.
I was hoping it would be fun. No, I got to the point where it's like we did that on the Bone Zone. I called Joe Rogan out. I was like forced into kind of an improv situation where they're like, I asked Brian. I said, Brian, does anybody ever challenge Joe to a fight? He said, yeah, sometimes. And then Brendon goes, why? Do you have an announcement to make? And he goes, shut up, everybody. Randy has an announcement he wants to make. So I was like, all right, Joe Rogan, I'm going to fight you. And then I kept doing it. Throughout the podcast, I did it a whole bunch. But then it became really fun, and I bought a karate costume. Wait, what's that music?
That's your
The
karate.
promo video was so good.
Yeah, and then a fan made that promo
That was
video,
great.
and I was like, well, I can't be on the podcast tonight and not talk about it. So I either have to not show up or I have to buy a karate costume. There's literally two options for me. Like, I had to not show up or I had to come in with intro music.
It was great intro music, by the way.
It was great because I was like, why is there a boombox under the table? And then I see Davey grab it.
I was
And
literally...
you're coming through the... all right.
I was waiting in the bathroom for 30 minutes.
No way.
Yeah, it was so hot in there. That's why when I came in, I was so sweaty. I wasn't training. I was in a tiny room, and I was watching the Ustream on my iPad, wondering when I should come in. I was like, they're not talking about me at all. 30 minutes of me wearing a karate.
It was right after we started talking about you came in right then.
I texted,
like it.
I texted
Yeah.
Davey, and I said, play it.
Yeah.
'Cause I was getting so sweaty, I had to get out of there.
I see him grab the boombox from underneath the table. I'm like, what? What's he doing?
Yeah.
He's trying
I
to
know.
break up the
He became
scene?
a
What's going on?
terrorist.
Yeah.
Well, it was silly. But, no, that's like a super nice guy Joe move to do. He's just like, I don't want anything to do with this.
I don't want to murder you.
No, he obviously wouldn't, but he doesn't want people to call him out. He doesn't want other people to be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that wasn't my intention, so I'm glad that it
It was obviously funny.
glad it found a resting place. But
That-
also,
The promo video is great too, where they show you challenging him, and then he kicks the bag like so
I know,
hard.
so
Man, there's-
ridiculous.
It's just
No,
like
there's other video. I saw this other video on YouTube of Joe kicking that's like it's like twice as crazy as that. I'll have to
Yeah.
find it. I'll tweet it because it's amazing. It's really he had like one of those dummies that looks like a body
Yeah.
that's still really heavy, and he does this spin kick and hits it in the head and knocks it over. It's like a 300-pound dummy that he just hits in the head and knocks over.
yeah,
Yeah, it's no good.
You know 300-pound heavies, right, PeteeC?
Oh.
yeah. I had a threesome with two of them.
You knock him over.
600-pound sex session.
Yeah, I had to put cinder blocks underneath my bed to hold it up, but it worked out.
I always put dry ice under my bed when I know I'm having sex.
Dry some little bucket of water,
I
just
like
start
to keep
smoking.
I like to
Foggy?
keep it Zalman King.
Is
You
this the
can
one right
disappear here and
Inside
there.
my bedroom.
Well, you just gotta you have to have sex when you're camping.
I love camping sex.
Because then you can't break a bed frame.
I had sex on a jet ski once.
You're a liar.
I'm not kidding. In the middle of Lake Tahoe.
Was it moving?
Yeah.
Was it?
No, well, we stopped in the middle a little bit.
They were going 55.
I had sex with the middle of a jet ski.
All right. Check out this kick.
Oh, we didn't see it.
Yeah, you're not showing it to us.
So it's one of those kicks that there's a lizard in here. Look at this.
There's a lizard in here. Look at this.
That's hilarious.
It's a big one.
All right, let's watch this.
You fucking kicked the lizard.
It's not a spin, it's a turn.
Oh, this sounds awful.
Jesus.
And at the end, the most important thing is, as you turn, the knee comes up, and then from here, as you go forward, when your foot hits the bag, this happens. And you wind up looking over your shoulder. So this is where all the
So, Pete, you have to start doing that kind of stuff.
I'm ready.
So, Sarah Tiana, Randy Liedtke, you have another podcast that called The Bone Zone, which we do here at Death Squad.
Every Tuesday, if you want to tune in live, it's usually between 6 and 9 p.m.
Yeah,
here at Death Squad Studios with Redban. Brendon Walsh, who was here, Davey Johnson, and me. I also have another really silly one on iTunes called Breaking the Law with the Door Knockers, where Davey and I break actual laws.
Yep.
And we record it on his iPhone. We're hoping to do some more of those. And also, we're hoping to do some extra Bone Zone content coming up.
Yeah.
I bought a few mics, and it would be fun to do maybe we'll do one tonight.
Do a little interview here and there with
It'd be fun to do little interviews and also just party editions.
Yeah, does have
after
parties,
hours
man.
Bone Zone parties at my place.
Yeah. Well, Bone Zone is one of my favorite things to do at Death Squad, and I love it.
Brian.
And every time I just enjoy it because I'm a fan also. Sarah Tiana, you're going to be at the Comedy Store.
Yeah, tomorrow, and I'll be there on the weekends from now on because Tony and I are starting our job in a week.
Oh,
for
what's
Jeffrey
your job?
Ross's show. So
Jeffrey
we'll be
Ross's show.
super busy with that. It airs August 14th on Comedy Central, so please watch it.
And I wish you all the happiness with you and your black man. And
my black? Did you say my black man?
Black Ops.
Black Ops guy.
He's Special Forces. Black Ops is different.
And the beautiful Dave Johnson.
How's it going, everybody? You can follow me on Twitter at Dr. Davey. Goodbye.
Oh.
No, you can watch if you guys like really innocent humor, you can watch What's What on YouTube, youtube.com/whatswhat.
Yeah.
It's a fake review show. We've done over 100 of them.
Nice.
It's great.
I'm at Sarah Tiana, by the way.
Oh, at Sarah Tiana.
And that's
Sarah with an H, Tiana with a Tiana.
Yes.
Also, Randy and I perform every Saturday at midnight at the Steve Allen Theater for the Tomorrow Show.
Nice.
What date are we hosting? Do you know?
The 15th, July 15th, come out because we're going to host and it's going to be wild.
It's always a debaucherous,
Yeah.
crazy, silly, and the acts that we have are usually really They
good.
vary a lot. There's
Yeah.
a lot of variety. So there's jugglers and silliness
good,
and
yeah.
clowns and stuff.
Yeah. Pretty excited for it.
Yeah,
And-
it's like
Anything
a
else? What's
birthday
going on?
party.
And there's nothing wrong with you, Davey, right now because you seem very sad. Are you just not
What?
over Sarah? Or?
Oh, no. I'm just
rough.
very... We're on that post. We had the audience went crazy, and now I'm on this weird debriefing the act in my head.
Did you enjoy your set tonight? Did everything go out?
Oh, it was great.
It went really well. Yeah, people went crazy for it. We
What
did
you
the
guys
one.
do?
Randy did his set, and then it was about 7 minutes long.
Yeah.
And then I come up and I start doing everything exactly the same as him, and then it varies because I just have his jokes written down and I don't know them word
It's
for
based
word.
on memory. So he does the
Yeah.
first 2 minutes of my act, but
And
it's really silly because he doesn't remember it all.
In the audience, it's really crazy when you do that because the longer you go, the more they're like, "Oh, okay, we get it," And so they're frustrated until Randy comes up there, and then we get into a fight as to what I'm doing, and then we both break up. We get different members from the audience to be our new comedy partners. We start yelling at each other's comedy partner, and then start calling each other assholes, and then we say, "Why are we doing this? Why are you an
It's
asshole?"
funnier when you watch it.
Yeah. When you're explaining it, it's like you're pitching a joke at a business meeting or something like that.
Well, it's very silly. Everything.
But it
Davey and I
ends
do is
up
very silly.
in us making out on stage, and people were just because we took the moment very slowly, and everyone started just freaking the fuck out, and it was really good. and now I'm just like worn out from
making
all,
out with
all the
another man.
accolades. All the accolades just really got to me.
You got a warm pile of cum in your pants from making out with Randy.
It's not warm anymore. How long does your cum stay warm?
And how much does your cum make a pile? Come on.
pile.
You got some weird cottage cheese.
Yeah, you got cottage cheesy warm.
You're making
nuclear
sandcastles out of your
cottage
cum.
cheese.
All right, Petey. I apologize for going crazy tonight, but I know as a friend how much I love you, and I thought it would be fun for
It's all good.
you to do that, because then Pete will get more Twitter followers.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Anyways,
and get some fresh pussy on that face.
I'm PeteeC, PeteeC,
and he's hilarious on Twitter, ladies. Like,
allegedly.
And he's hilarious in the bedroom.
More follower out of that. Retweeted 20.
I lost 10. As soon as
How many followers do you have?
Not that many.
How many? How many last check?
Like over 4,400. Some.
Oh. Wait, how many do you follow?
Davey and I have less than that.
How many do you follow?
Like 240.
Oh.
He has
So
like
you
75,000
you don't
tweets.
That's not that many.
That's not that
Tony
many tweets.
Hinchcliffe,
Thanks, though.
everybody.
Twitter talk.
All right, Tony Hinchcliffe, where can they find you? You have your new show with Sarah. Your
If you watch The Burn in August on Comedy Central, and the more people that you tell to watch it, you're gonna have a better sex life. And that's a fact. We just had scientists from Harvard prove that. So watch The Burn, and you'll have the best sex of your life.
Tony Hinchcliffe. Sorry,
at Tony Hinchcliffe on Twitter, Comedy Store.
That's H
Ice
plus
House
Hinchcliffe
Chronicles.
plus E, I heard.
Yeah.
Very funny, Tony, tonight. Very funny.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you're at Comic-Con 2012 this year, we are Death Squad. It's coming to you Thursday, July 12th, and Friday, July 13th. It's at the American Comedy Co. You go to deathsquad.tv and click on the banner at the top, or go to americancomedyco.com for tickets. The Death Squad store is now open. We have t-shirts and stickers for sale. And if you want to go to a show, if you want to go to one of these shows, these live comedy shows that we do, go to the Ice House's website, which is icehousecomedy.com, and search for Death Squad. This is Brian Redban. See ya.
What the fuck? They know what is what, but they don't know what is what. They just strut. What the fuck?